People, I'm going to say it every damn time. Okay. That's the hardest intro on YouTube. And I'll die on that hill. Damn, that shit's fire. What's going on, everybody? Jericho Green here with you. Stop the fuckery. Don't continue it. Don't slow it down. Stop it. Okay. Episode 10. Patriotism. We can all get into that, right? We're all American citizens. We love this country. Some of us have fought for this country. So why not show a bit of patriotism? And along with that, along with showing some patriotism, why don't we take a shit on people who don't, right? With all this, with how easy travel is, they got Expedia, they have websites dedicated to getting you where the fuck you want to go cheap. With all that out there, why are you staying in a country that you don't want to be in? It's racist, it's homophobic, and all these other made-up terms. So why not go? I don't know about them. Fuck them. I love it here. I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to celebrate my patriotism. But I'm not alone. You're used to seeing me here doing lone live streams, but not on Stop the Fuckery. It's too much to deal with. It's too much for one man. So let's get two men in here. Two real men, not 2023 men with DIY penises. Real ones, authentic, if you will. We should, all us real men and women, we need to get some kind of stamp or something like behind your earlobe or in your inner lip where people can go, okay, this is a real one. Two real ones right here. I'm one. Here's the other. GION. What up, man? Oh, man. What up, man?
Oh, man. Shit, man. Nah, man. Hey, we talking about patriotism, man.
Oh, we gonna get patriotic, man.
Oh, man. Hey, July 4th fireworks, man. Oh, why does he sound like he has Parkinson's throughout that whole movie?
He sounds like RFK Jr. Oh, man. I'm running for president, man. You know what? I was a fan of that dude until I found out that he is pro-choice and he would support whatever an assault weapon is. He would support an assault weapons ban. So you lost me there, player.
What's his name? The Junior RFK?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some things about him that I don't think people know, but he's kind of, if you're looking at it on the Democratic side, you'd rather obviously have him over any of their selections, but he's still not a good choice. I mean, in terms of what his values are, they're pretty probably well hidden. You have to dig up some stuff to find out what he's really about, and he's not old school Kennedy. If
no, not at all. And I could have. There may be other things that he is about that I don't support, but those were the two that I was just like, oh man, I can't fuck with you on those two. I can't do it. But let me tell you what we can do. What we can do is say what up to all the people up in here watching. Look, we got over 100 folks in here already. And if you are up in here, okay, just like when you walk through the door, you put your keys in the bowl or you hang them up or whatever. Part of the routine when you come in, when you walk in here, hit the thumbs up. Let YouTube know what the fuck we want. All right. Control the algorithm. Show them what you're into. So they'll say, hey, we'll give them more of that. Diesel, I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm wearing gray, not silver. You will never see me in black and silver.
Raider Nation.
Raider Nation. Oh, never.
Yeah.
Never that.
That's too bad.
But despite
actually, first things first. What our background? What's going on with the background? Maybe it looks different for me, but
I gotta notice today to renew my I gotta upgrade basically. Yeah. So I saw that shit not too long before I got on here. So I'm like, well, fuck it, we'll just have to take care of that tomorrow. Yeah, double check. But for today, we got the black background, two black dudes, black background, a lot of black to the third power.
So much racism and misogyny. I swear to God.
So much color in here, like it's too much color. What up, everybody? Shout out to all the members up in here. Appreciate you guys being here. JB Films, Creole Lady, Wheezy, Libby Ann, Mark's Music Obsession. Thank you all for being up in this bitch. And shout out to all those who will enter. And as you trickle in, don't forget, hit the thumbs up. Thank you very much.
Also, if you guys can like super duper like and subscribe, that'd be so hot, honestly. Because the patriarchy is always like, at the top of the pyramid and we're always at the bottom.
So much patriarchy. Yeah. See, look, we got 30 more people in here already. So as you come in, folks, please hit the thumbs up, like and sub and like. Because if you haven't been here before, you're gonna like what you see in here. I promise. Big Wes, welcome, man. First time I've ever seen you in here. Is it your first time? Let me know, man, because you never forget your first. But I haven't seen Big Wes in here before. But welcome, all the same. Holly Medici, haven't seen you in here either. Brian Hendricks, welcome. Scott Calais, what's going on? Everybody, thank you very much. Nate DZ502, it has been a while, but don't worry about that, Nate. That is water under the bridge. GION, like I said earlier, man, this is Stop the Fuckery. Episode 10, we've hit 10. Yay, double digits.
Yeah, it's wild because to think about how many we did, or at least it's felt like we've done, which 10 you would say isn't that much, but the fact that we do this every other week, like we kind of came a long way. We've been doing this for a little while now.
Yeah, it's been a minute, as the kids say. Big West says his first time in here, so thank you, Big West, for coming. I guarantee it won't be your last, man. I'm sure you'll become a staple here. Good looking out.
Hey, definitely came on the right episode because today is Patriotism, and I feel like there's going to be, normally since the show is called Stop the Fuckery, we are here to point it out and stop it. But there's actually some pretty positive stories dealing on the topic today that I think is going to be a little, reverse from what we normally find and come across. Mm-hmm. So we're going to put a little bit of positivity into our audience today. And since it's July and we just had July 4th, and hopefully everyone had an incredible one, I think this would be a good one to start off our month.
Definitely, man. Coming off the heels of the 4th. Hope everybody had a good 4th. Hope everybody still has all their fingers. Hope you didn't pull a Jason Pierre-Paul. And now you got to give a 5 like that. So hopefully everybody has all 10. I hope you were able to be around people you love, people who love you, reflect on on where we are, man. Because luck of the draw, your mom could have went somewhere else. She could have went into labor in another country. You could have ended up somewhere else on the map. So
or nowhere at all, because you can kill kids up to 9 months and sometimes after they're born now.
Fuck it, they're just a clump of cells, man.
Yeah, you're not important.
Just a clump of cells. Fuck it. But your mom did squeeze you out. Here, you are an American, so it's something to be happy about, something to be proud of. And damn it, we're going to show some pride today.
Yeah. All right, let's get into it.
Hold on, White Knee. That's an interesting name. They say Jericho Green has the baseball hat on. Not sure who the other guy is. Well, I'll tell you who the other guy is. That's my man, GION. And he is one half of Stop the Fuckery. He has Facts Only, is his YouTube channel where he really drops the knowledge. But let him know where you really, really drop the knowledge, GION.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so Facts Only, as Jericho said, is one of my channels. And that one is, I can pretty much do whatever I want with that one. So I love it. GION is my other one where I pretty much, there's people that you guys watch. It's probably going to be similar, where I just go over certain stories and topics and drop the facts in there as I'm doing it. Instagram, I've been doing some stuff promotionally, but locals is where I'm going to be doing everything, where I'm not censored at all. And that's where we're getting into all the deep stuff that you can't put on YouTube. So, yeah, that's going to probably be your best bet to find all of my really, really key good stuff.
Yes, and to echo that point, I'm on Locals, Jericho Green at locals.com every Monday. And you really are free to say whatever you want over there. I tested the waters. I said the F word, not the 4-letter F word. You know which one I'm talking about, the one that ends with a T. I said that one over there a bunch of times. And, you're kind of bracing for the hit. No notifications. We're good to go. So Locals is truly a free speech platform where you're free to say whatever you want. Remember those days? Remember when you could just say whatever the fuck you want because it's only words, sticks and stones? Never mind. I don't want to bother you with that. But I will show some love. Appreciate it. Ahsoka 777 fan, thank you very much. It's been a while. Good to see you in here again. We need you back Monday through Saturday. Hashtag JG withdrawals. I might do that. I've been thinking. I've been moving some shit around. I might do that again because I do miss it. I do miss doing live streams every day.
May I make a suggestion? Because I don't think people know how much work that normally takes. But one of the reasons why we do stop the fuckery every other week is because there is so much stuff that we have to do. I mean, putting out videos and editing and doing all this stuff, it takes so much time. And then don't forget, Jericho has a family and his own personal life. So, I mean, this stuff becomes like a job. It really is a job over time. And it takes a lot of time to do all this.
Yeah, this is my job. This is it. There's no 9 to 5. There's no punching a clock. I'm my boss. I walk out of my house with my 32-ounce JG tumbler with ice cold water in it because it's hot as fuck where I live. And I do this. I read articles. I watch videos. If it's something I don't already know about, a lot about. So yeah, it's time consuming, but this is it. That's why it's so important to have your guys' support financially. And it's tough to even say that because you know, it's just, I don't call it pride or whatever, but this is my job. You guys pay me. So that's why it's so important on these viewer funded platforms that the viewers funded. So I thank you. And speaking of viewers funding, we got another one. See what you started? Ahsoka 777 fan. Oh, yeah. Bam. Jay Reason in the house. Ladies, calm down. He's taken. Jay Reason, thanks, man. Good looking out. You guys want good sports content, and it don't matter the sport, basketball, football, baseball. That's why I really get into him on football during football season on his channel, just like you see it there, Jay Reason. Great live streams, the aesthetics of it, the way he runs it, even the chat, everybody's cool. And if you can't get somewhere to watch a game, that's how you want to do it. Check out my man, Jay Reason. Good looking out. Good seeing you here, man. Thank you very much. So, man, without further ado, let's get this shit started, man. So, yeah. Got a damn good show.
That's what I just thought of right now. I was like, that sounds just like what are they?
The Hodge twins.
Yeah, the Hodge twins.
Yeah. Those dudes are funny as hell. I was looking at their old shit from like 10, 12 years ago before, they had their studio and all that, and before they even got their teeths fixed. But they were just like sitting shoulder to shoulder in a bedroom somewhere in some house they shared. Yeah, those guys are great. Love to hook up with those dudes. So yeah, here we go. A little patriotism for you. First story. Fuckery Cinco. And if you don't know how it works, we do the Fuckery 5 stories. I got the poll in there already. You want to get to that now, Gian, or wait?
No, we don't want any Joe Biden situations.
Yeah, don't vote early. No dead people voting. All right? We don't want 81 million here. But we got the Fuckery 5. Then we got Fuckery Fails, which are videos of people just failing, man, just not quite getting it. And then Make Me Laugh, a few videos where they're funny. We like to mix it up. Get serious, get a little lighthearted in this bitch. Then we have our poll. We'll get into that. You guys can vote on which story you thought had the highest level of fuckery in it. But here we go, people. All right. Let me hook this up so you can see what I see.
I am so ready.
Is that a Christmas song? Do you hear when I? Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, it is.
I don't like that song. I don't like that Christmas song, and I don't like, what was it, fucking Paul McCartney? Oh, what's that? Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I fucking hate that song. Those two Christmas songs can get the fuck out of here. All right, people. Patriotism. NC community, North Carolina community, will have residents pledge to uphold Constitution, fly American flag year round. Okay, might have an interesting perspective on this one. But it says an upcoming North Carolina housing development is billing itself as a patriotic community where homeowners will pledge to fly the American flag year round and uphold the nation's values. Brock Frankhauser, founder of 1776 Gastonia, said his mission is to blend American patriotism with the American dream of homeownership. I think it's safe to say right now our nation is a little bit sick, Frankenhauser told Fox and Friends first. Monday, as I look across the landscape of America right now, I see a country that's suffering. I think there's some pain and hurting going on. I think the medicine that America needs right now is some form of patriotism. Great American Homes, the company behind the 55 and up development being built 30 minutes outside Charlotte, will require residents to pledge their allegiance to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, as well as to support the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. Residents must also promise loyalty to each other and to commit to the future of the neighborhood. An American flag will be provided with the purchase of each home and must be displayed. We're going to install the flag as part of the design of the home, Frankhauser explained. It's an architectural element. It's there the day you take possession of the home and close on it. From that point on, it's each homeowner pledging to one another. It's a promise. It's a covenant. And so as long as the people who live in those homes continue with their covenants and their pledge to one another, the flags will fly. Big old one right there. There's driving to the Central Valley, Madera, Fresno, Merced, Modesto, the armpit of America. There's if you're headed that way, if you're headed towards Fresno, it's on the left-hand side. And man, it has got to be the biggest American flag you've ever seen in your life. I mean, man, that thing's got to be 100 yards long. It is giant. You can see it from miles away. And when the wind gets blowing and it gets to flowing in the breeze like this one you see here, it really is a beautiful thing, man. It really is. Frankhauser told Fox News Digital there aren't any consequences for anyone who breaks the community's rules. He hopes interested homeowners would want to be consistent with the neighbor's covenants. We embrace freedom, Frankhauser said. That's obviously foundational to the American story. To come after people with the heavy hand and penalties doesn't strike me as being consistent with founding ideals, he continued. So we are heavily reliant on the mutual pledges that people make to each other. 1776 Gastonia has planned to list its 43 homes for sale on July 10th. Though they need to be built, nearly 200 inquiries have already come in over 100 days, according to Frankhauser. That's just funny that somebody with a really patriotic American housing development is named Frankhauser. It's a scope and a size which we were not prepared for, he says. It tells us we're onto something and we take it very seriously, he said. The ultimate goal, we want to turn the flame of patriotism up just a little bit, he said. 1776 Homes has also teamed up with Building Homes for Heroes to gift one of their homes to an injured veteran and their family. We're going to start building their house next month, Frankhauser said. They'll move in early 2024 and they'll be able to live in the first 1776 community mortgage free. What do you think, GION?
Well, I think that there's a lot of things. I think I'll let you pitch in first, and then I'll just probably add on to that.
Oh, okay. Well, in the beginning, when I started reading it and it said, they must make a pledge, I was thinking, well, I don't know, that doesn't sound very American, telling people that you have to fly this flag and you have to sign this covenant. But when I got to the part where they're building it and it doesn't exist yet, then that kind of changed my perspective. Brian King B, what's up, man? If you sign up for it, if you know going into it, this is what's expected, then you have to honor that. You can't go in there and then complain, well, I don't want to do that. Well, you shouldn't have signed up for this shit. So if you're going into it and those are the rules and you sign up, hey, that's a great idea. I tell you one thing, I bet you that's going to be a safe neighborhood. I bet you it's going to be a nice neighborhood full of people who are kind and who want their neighborhood to do well and want their neighbors to do well. It sounds great to me. It sucks that it's 55 and older. You know, it's going to be a nice, quiet neighborhood. You got old people in there, and not that you're old if you're over 55, but you know, that's there's going to be a lot of elderly people living there. So it'll probably be quiet, safe, my kind of neighborhood. I live in a neighborhood like that now where it is quiet and safe. Not everybody flies the American flag, but a lot of people do. And it's clean. You know, people, there's not shit out in the streets. People put their trash can, put them out on the curb, take them out, you know, bring them back in the next day or maybe the day after that. It's a great neighborhood, man. And of course, I'm not one of these people who think it's a safe neighborhood, so I'm going to leave my door unlocked. I'm going to let my kids go outside and fucking play by themselves for hours on end without checking on them. I ain't going to do no stupid shit like that. But it is a safe neighborhood, and it is nice. And this sounds like a great neighborhood. And he's right, Mr. Frankhauser. Herr Frankhauser. He's right. America is sick. America does need medicine, and it needs to come in the form of a red, white, and blue liquid, because that's what made this country so great. People are getting away from that, and it's natural. You know, it's like, I remember when I worked at the radio station and Nelly did a song with Tim McGraw. And I'm like, why in the fuck would Nelly do a song with Tim McGraw? Nelly had already conquered the rap world. He had 50 million hits. He was coming off, I think Grills had just come out. Big song. He did rap. And a lot of people were like, man, this sucks. It's stupid. I was like, it's something new. He's bored with being in rap. He wants to try something new. So we're bored with being happy and fat and safe with tons of options. So we start making up bullshit. We're like petulant teenage girls, like just stirring up drama, doing stupid shit for nothing. It doesn't need to be that way. We need to go back to what got us here. We need to appreciate, enjoy, and respect the life that we live. These roads that we live on were paved by much tougher people than us who went through some real bullshit. When you get into that, the racism and America's racist and systemic racism and all that horse shit, then why did those people get beat, hung, and burned back in the 50s and 60s and before that? But I'm talking the civil rights movement, for you to be an ungrateful asshole and say that the needle hasn't moved. Like Sloppy Joe saying, this is Jim Crow 2.0. What the fuck are you talking about, dog? We've come so damn far from that shit. Let a person of color have legitimate proof that you've been discriminated against. Take your pick of lawyers who will line up to take your case and sue the dog shit out of whoever discriminated against you. We have a thing called recourse now. Before it was fuck you, boy. But now we're in the money. If you can prove that somebody discriminated against you, and not even just people of color, whoever, it's a wrap. This country is great. And I've asked this question and no one can give me a good answer. That's right, Brian King B. We're in the era of Ben Crump. Every time something happens, he's sniffing around. But I've asked people, what country would you rather be black in? If this one ain't doing it for you, if this ain't scratching your itch, and it's bad and it's racist, and 100 millionaire like LeBronica James could get up there and open his stupid ass mouth and say that black people are being hunted, and no matter what you have in this country, it's hard being black. If you can espouse such fucking nonsense, then tell me a place where it's better. And if you can't, you're telling me that this is the best place on earth. Ergo, shut the fuck up. This is it. You made it. Tell me another country, and don't tell me about Canada. Don't tell me about the UK or some other bullshit. Because when you peel back a layer or two, those places are fucked. Those European countries, go to a soccer game when they're playing an African country and tell me you want to fucking live there. No, you don't. Let somebody start singing some racist song at a football game or baseball game or basketball game in America. He'll probably get jumped by the crowd. Security won't even get to make it to him. So it's a bunch of bullshit. But we need to go back. We need to appreciate what we have, man. And I'm a firm believer that people, especially right out of high school, you should take 6 months to travel and see the world. Go to some poor country. You think we got homeless here? You think we got poor people here? Our poor people are obese. Our poor have diabetes. Go somewhere where it's really poor, where you ain't going to get protein for a month where the internet turns off every evening and all that kind of shit, where they send the t-shirts of the teams that didn't win the championship. Fucking
assholes. Yeah.
Right?
I know, right? So this is what I'll say to add on to what because you said a lot of things that I could add to, but regarding the story is the fact that this even has to be a thing is the problem. Like I never growing up and even as a young adult, I never once thought we need to do this because there's a lack of spirit and patriotism within this country and the people in this country. Like, no, normally people would just go on about their lives and everyone would have family values, the American traditions, the holidays, all that. But as we see all of that being eradicated, people aren't asking the question why. Frank Halsa said that America's a little sick. I'm sorry, wait, a little sick?
Dude.
We have been completely, when you're looking at the core dynamics, the family values, all that is eradicated. Not fully to the point where it can't come back, but it is being eradicated. This is the problem. They're getting people, the youth and all that, to hate and despise this country and bring up racism. Somebody in the comments was talking about Jill Scott. That's not that new and not that old. That was recent. But all that. But yeah, like these are people with money, with some type of prominence that just so happen to be in our community, the Black community. And they're trying to convince all of these other people in their community that this country is just not, it's not for you. They're racist. They hate, look, everywhere is racist. You want to know why everywhere is fucking racist? Is because there are different cultures everywhere. That's why. The world is not small, it's big. There's a lot of places to go. So when you have different cultures colliding and clashing, which we have forcibly done here in this country, is one example, then you're going to have what they are calling racism. Because just like Jericho was talking about, where he said he lives in a place where it is relatively safe and that this place would be relatively safe. I can guarantee you the type of people that are going to be there's probably only going to be white people there. That's not a bad thing, though. I mean, that's not a bad thing. But the point is, I can see why it would be. They don't need to worry about all this other culture. The rap culture, the highly sexualized culture. None of that is going to be infiltrated in this area. So if when you don't have people with pride of where they're from, of their country, of their traditions, their culture, when you don't have that and you have this clash of all this other, ideology going on, you're going to have problems. And that's what America has right now because it's too, as they would say, diverse. Diversity is the problem right now. And I don't think that this community is going to be diverse. It's going to be people who love their country, who love America, who have the same type of values. That's not going to be infiltrated with fuckery. Okay. And I think that is what's going to make this place special when it does become what they want it to be.
Yeah, you're not going to see too many of those signs in the yard that say, in this house, we believe that Black lives matter. We believe the science. Get the fuck out of here. And you hear that a lot. I remember hearing that the first time I really heard it a lot was during Obama, where diversity is our strength. No, it's not. Diversity of thought is our strength. Diversity of belief is not. Diversity of your appearance, that ain't shit. It's all about what's inside. Your color, that's just the color container you come in. I use this analogy when I say that. If I gave you $100,000, but it was rolled up in a shitty diaper, are you going to not take the 100,000? No, because it's just the container that's the problem. The inside is great. I want that 100 G's, but the container is fucked. Container means nothing. And even if there were, let's say it was 50-50 black folks and white folks, still the same kind of people are going to be there. They're going to have the same beliefs. They're going to have the same goal. Diversity of culture, there can be only one culture. You can't come here with a completely different set of beliefs and think you're going to mingle. There's things in this country, in our culture, we don't do. There's things in other countries in their culture that they do. And like Mexico, until very recently, the age of consent for sex was 12. Well, we don't play that shit up here. Our age of consent is a little further down the road than 12 years old. The way we treat animals and women and the elderly and our children, it's totally different. There can only be one culture. It's like the Highlander. There can be only one. But this place sounds like a wonderful place to live. And of course, there are people who would have a problem with it. The people who talk like this with an upspeak, those kind of people would have a problem with this neighborhood, even though as crazy and blue-haired and as much of a granola-headed dirt fucker that you are, that's the safest place for you. Because nobody's going to bother you. I guarantee you 99% of the people in there got guns. 100% of those people got guns. So it's a safe place to be. And I wish, hey, if I was 55 and older and I was in the North Carolina area, I'd put my name on the list for Frank House's 1776 community, because that shit sounds great. Yeah, that's a honestly, great neighborhood for anybody.
I like the whole idea in general, and I feel like if this was done more throughout the country with that ideology, then we would have a better sense of community, and our quality of life would be better, because we have too many people, even it doesn't matter how old they are, but just in the country today, who don't have that sense of pride in country. And it's not to say, oh, you need to be a patriot or you need to have patriotism. That's not necessarily what I'm saying, but what I am saying is that, for an example, when I see the Hispanics rolling around with the Mexico flag on their car, I'm thinking, you try that in any other country and see what happens. Because America allows you to fly freedom. America allows you to do things that you just can't do in other places. So if, like you were talking about in the beginning, when we're talking about the pledging to do this, well, to some degree, they're pledging people to put up this transsexual and homosexual flag, the LGBT crap. So if this is so bad, to some people, why isn't that? Why isn't putting a rainbow flag on an embassy, a U.S. embassy, disrespectful and terrible? That should not be happening at all. So the country comes before anything, and be happy that you live in a place that allows you to have freedom to do the fuckery things that you do.
Yeah, and that's where this shit got weird. That's where it got sideways, is people are being persecuted for what they believe, instead of people just saying, okay, that's what you believe, this is what I believe, have a good day. That's missing. Now it's, if you don't agree with me, you hate me. And now it's getting to a point where your disagreement is violence. It's the same as hitting me or whatever. That's fucking crazy. People have lost the ability to not give a fuck and just say, all right, man, hey, that's what you believe, that's what I believe, let's go grab a beer. That's gone. It's either you're with me or you hate me, and you must be destroyed. And I hate you in the patriarchy. But if it was I Dream of Jeannie and I can just go and get rid of all the shit that they don't like, that's not a world they'd want to live in. They'd be crying like a bitch. And patriarchy, come help me. The monsters are out here. But you didn't want toxic masculinity. You didn't want the patriarchy and our willingness to go out there and protect you from the danger and our scary guns. You didn't want that. We took it away. Now this is the world you want. A free-for-all where you have no protection and no rights and no freedom. Here you go. They be running their little weak, underused legs so fast back to that patriarchy to make their fucking head swim. But let's show some love, shall we? Because I sure appreciate it. Jesse Smallwood, thank you for the $5. Says, why can't July be Patriot Month given the month before? Great idea. Makes sense, 4th of July. whole month. Just make it July of July. No more 4th of July. It's just July of July. We do the whole fucking thing. Maybe the biggest celebration on the 4th. But yeah, that would be great. Everybody should be a nationalist. You should think that your country is greater than any other one in the world. The only difference is in America, it's true. It really is the greatest country in the world. And like I was saying earlier, you can go. The door swings both ways. You can all come in here, but you can also bounce. That's why I look at these celebrities who have the money to move wherever they want on the planet. Where are they? If Trump gets in, I'm going. You ain't going no fucking where. George Lopez with your fucking pizza face and Whoopi Goldberg, you chocolate walrus. You ain't going fucking nowhere. Because they know. They talk all that shit, but they know. Man, I ain't going nowhere. You think here taxes are bad? Man, they stick their hand up your ass and take your taxes in Europe and shit. Fucking idiots.
Oh, yeah.
Complaining here? Shit.
See, that's the thing. If we ended up in like the UK, right? We both be speaking like this right now.
Brev. Isn't it?
Bro.
Isn't it?
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Who wants to talk like that?
Yeah. My whole announcement would just be like this pretty much right now.
Yeah, they don't got no freedom over there. Look, all those countries they name that they want to go to, there's no freedom there. Justin Trudeau up there in Canada, America's hat. That fool just decreed, hey, no more selling, transferring, or importing handguns. That's it. Yeah, they don't have a document to fall back on and say, no, you can't. That's really the Constitution is the major difference between us and other countries, is we have a set of papers. As much as they try to wipe their ass with it, we have a set of papers that say, no, this is what we can do. This is what we can have. And they don't have that. They can have all the McDonald's and shit that we have and the same kind of TV and all that superficial bullshit. But when it gets down to it, that government can make you do what the fuck they want. They can stop shit. They can start shit. And there's nothing you can do about it. Here, you can do something about it. Here, you can go to their office and say, fuck you. I don't like you. You try that in another country. Hey, what happened to GION? I don't know. He was at that rally. We haven't seen him since. And ain't shit you can do. Man, fuck that. I wish all these people who don't like this country would leave. Please.
Yeah.
Please go.
That would be nice. There'd be a lot of people gone. Thank God.
At least, can you imagine if we got rid of like 100 million people?
Oh, fuck yes. I could imagine that. There'd be no more blue hair, pink hair.
None of it.
It's my vagina.
Yeah, my vagina bites back. My vagina or grabs back. Ew, you need to check your vagina. But and basically anybody, if you put a black square on your profile picture in 2020, you're out of here. You're gone. You're fucking gone. If you say that, no, Biden's he's doing a good job. He did some good stuff. You're out of here. Yeah. Go out there. Go out and about in the world. Do a walkabout. Do a walkabout like they do down under. And tell me what you fucking see. Come running back to America. I'm so sorry, America. I'm so sorry. Oh, let me kiss your feet. I'm so sorry, America. You damn right, motherfucker. You got it good. The poet don't even know it. Okay. Story number 2. As we continue this patriotism theme. Big West, you having a good time? Let me know. It's your first live, man. Checking in. Triple amputee veteran. Damn. Injured on Independence Day, recalls harrowing IED blast. Thank God I'm here. Says, I stepped on 10 pounds of explosives and I didn't die. Staff Sergeant Monty Bernardo said. Monty. Good guy if your name's Monty. Over a decade ago, Army veteran Staff Sergeant Monty Bernardo lost his arm and both legs on Independence Day in Afghanistan. Today, he enjoys spending time with his family and is working to become a blacksmith. On July 4th, 2012, Bernardo and his team were ambushed in Afghanistan. Several of the members of his unit has been critically injured. Monty, the leader of the Alpha team, directed his unit as gunfire and grenades whizzed by. While changing position, Monty heard a loud noise and suddenly he was launched 25 feet in the air, landing backward on a nearby hill. When I tried to stand up, I couldn't. My buddy came running up and I could see on his face it wasn't good and my legs were gone, Bernardo told Fox News Digital. Moments later, as his comrade began putting, don't use that fucking word when you're talking about our military. His comrade began putting a tourniquet around what was left of his upper leg. Bernardo realized half of his left arm was missing. He asked if his private parts were still intact. That's right, man. And breathed a sigh of relief when his squad confirmed they were. His next thought was, how the hell am I going to play video games? See, that's a man for you right there. And that's, should go past that. That's him, before that terrible day. He then ate a fentanyl lollipop and giggled until he arrived at the hospital 45 minutes away, where he told the doctor to put him to sleep. It was like somebody turned off the TV and turned it back on in D.C., and I woke up at Walter Reed, Bernardo said. Earlier that day, Bernardo and his team had gone out into the area where he was injured to sweep for mines. Unfortunately, the enemy had figured out how to use Russian PMN mines, which are all plastic, and place them on top of plastic explosives. A lack of typical metal components in mines lets them skate undetected. One of his team members had laid in the spot for 2 hours without setting off the explosive. But when Bernardo swapped positions, the improvised explosive device, IED, detonated. Damn. And that's him with, let's see. Looks like his son. He's wearing blue. At least that's how we used to identify boys. He's wearing a lot of blue. The only reason that it went off really was because I had more weight in my bag. As a team leader, I had extra batteries, extra water, extra ammo, extra grenades, everything for my whole squad, Bernardo said. Bernardo's life began quietly. He grew up on a dairy farm with a dream of joining the military. At 18 years old, he intended to join with a friend as part of the buddy program, but his friend fell ill with pancreatitis, and the dream remained unfulfilled. After years of working as a plumber, 24-year-old Bernardo joined the military. He began in artillery, jumping out of airplanes, learning how to become combat armed and shoot guns. Later, he re-enlisted and became a cavalry scout and team leader with the 82nd Airborne. It was extremely hard and extremely fast learning when I became a scout, Bernardo said. And then after all of that training, we got overseas. It was boots on the ground, where we're going running. It was a 100-mile-an-hour job. I promise I know how to read. After 47 days in the hospital following the IED blast in 2012, Bernardo took his first steps on prosthesis legs at Walter Reed. It was a lot of pain for a very long time, but after a while, he was able to move around without a cane. He had to work on stamina, but the pain was finally bearable. After a while, Bernardo had trouble leaving the house. He was primarily in a wheelchair as prosthetics caused bleeding, bruising, and many other issues. That is when he began looking into osseointegration. There we go. Never seen that word before in my life. And advanced reconstructive surgery for amputees that eliminates the need for traditional prosthesis. Within a week, Simplify in America's Fund, a nonprofit 501 organization providing various programs to assist wounded veterans, got Bernardo consultations. At this point, I haven't been in a wheelchair for 6 months. So yeah, it's been a rough road, a long process, but I'm back to wheelchair free again, Bernardo said. That's another picture of him there. Bernardo was unconscious when he was awarded a Purple Heart for his courage and sacrifice. Last year, when Bernardo underwent surgery to improve his function and mobility as a double amputee, the fund surprised him with a Purple Heart ceremony in the hospital. The fund was there from the beginning, asking Bernardo just a day or two after waking up in Walter Reed what they could do to assist him. Bernardo is now in the process of becoming a blacksmith through Simplifying America's Fund's apprenticeship program. They're in touch with the veterans and they're in touch with what the veterans need, he said. It's not just like some, dog and pony show or, hey, we're going to do this for everybody or it looks good on paper. They do what actually helps. Bernardo admits that he is not one to celebrate holidays, but Independence Day will always hold a special significance in the Bernardo household. 4th of July is like it's the one day a year that's my day, dude. He said, I stepped on 10 pounds of explosive and I didn't die. So I don't know, man. I just light off fireworks and love the life that I have. Thank God I'm here, man. Well, shit, you talk about being in good spirits. I mean, shit. That guy is the personification of good spirits. It sounds like from the very beginning when the shit happened, he was like, hey, and that's a question, let's be honest, fellas. That's a question we're all going to ask. You know what? That reminds me of a story. I'm trying to tell you a story. I used to work with this dude named Elliot, and he was like if a pimp joined the military. He was just cool, man. Hey, what's up, man? Cool. He had a pinky ring and shit. He had like a little stride when he walked and shit, like a pimp limp. Great dude, fucking awesome dude. And he was in Vietnam, and he was on a tank, and he was shooting, and they shot at him, and it hit him like in his lower stomach, like in between his dick and his stomach. And he said he grabbed the area, grabbed where he got hit, and he fell off the tank. And he said the medics rushed over to him, and he said the first thing he asked him was, hey, man, is my dick gone? Where's my dick? So that's ladies, I don't know if you understand that. If you ever got shot in the chest, you'd be like, well, how's my titty? But hey, that's just, that's a very special body part for us. So we got to check on it. I was like, that's what he did. And a few things that I want to talk about that caught my eye in this article is in the beginning where it talks about, let's see, when he said that it was like somebody turned off the TV and then turned it back on in DC. Like I remember watching like a documentary, and it was talking about the differences between, like a World War II or Vietnam versus war now. And one of the things that we're talking about is how quick our men and women are back from war. Back during World War II and stuff, it would take you weeks. It would take you a month to get back home just because travel was so slow. But now, it's a very real possibility that Monday bullets are whizzing past your head, and Friday or Saturday, you're sitting in your living room with your kids jumping on you saying, Daddy, you're home. Let's go outside and play. So that, I guess you could consider this kind of the downside of technology. Back in the day, they had time to kind of decompress and kind of download and shut down and process before they got home. Not to say that, man, if you take a week off or if you have a month between getting home, you're going to be perfectly fine when you get there. But having that month or so does kind of help the transition of going back home. Whereas now, bam, you're back home and, you're still kind of shit still flying by, and you haven't been able to slow down and take it all in yet, process the fact that you're going home. So that was one thing that stood out. And his good attitude, his positive attitude. This dude got both of his legs and his arm blown off, and he's like, hey, man, give me that lollipop. And he's just laughing and shit. Tourniquets on him, trying not to have him bleed to death. And he's basically shooting the shit. And that's not just the fentanyl. That's his attitude. That's a man's attitude. We find levity in situations like that. It could be something horrific. This dude's arm and legs are spread out over the battlefield, and he's like, hey, tell your mom I'll see her in 20 minutes. He's cracking jokes, talking shit. And that not only is that, probably helped him to joke around like that, but imagine his soldiers around him. Imagine them looking at this horrific scene, and he's joking, he's laughing. So they're like, fuck, this dude's laying here, looking like Peter Weller in RoboCop before they turned him into RoboCop, and he's chilling. And that's great, man. And one more thing, these organizations, the Simplify and America's Fund, these organizations that help these people, that's why I try to donate when I can, because when you're in those situations, man, and you're living that and you need the help from these organizations, it's so good. It's so awesome that they exist. Like a couple years ago, my daughter, she had some mild to moderate issues. And thank God she's not dealing with those issues today. She's a totally normal kid, totally 100% healthy kid. But there was a time, I don't think I've ever told anybody this, but there was a time where she had to go to the hospital. She was having liver issues. Her skin was jaundiced, her eyes were jaundiced, and it was something with her liver. Her liver wasn't cleaning out. The liver is your filtering system. That's why I think it's so disgusting when people eat liver. Not to mention it tastes like shit. But that's your filtering system. So if that's not working, all that stuff's going to back up into your body. So that's why she was getting jaundice and everything. And she went to the UC Davis Hospital. And right across from the UC Davis Hospital is a Shriners Hospital. Shriners is where they have like the kids with the super bad burns and just terrible, awful, terrible shit that these poor children and their families are stricken with. But there were a couple things that we needed help with. And fortunately, it wasn't like lodging or anything like that, but we needed people to help us navigate what we were dealing with, man. And when you need those people, you're very thankful for those people. And when you don't, you know, and I'm not saying people should feel differently, but I hope they would. Like, even though you don't need them, there are people that do. So if you can find it in your heart to support those companies or those groups or those organizations, please do. Because when you're in that situation and you need that help, you're so thankful that it's there. I mean, imagine dealing with the worst thing life has ever given you, and people are just saying, don't worry about it. What do you need? What do you need? What can we do to help you? And they do it. They bring you what you need. They help you with what you need. So that's fucking awesome that group is there to help him and get him back being gainfully employed, get him back to feeling useful. Because that's the real killer. When you have something taken away from you, you don't, as a man, you don't feel useful. You feel like you're just sitting around and you're not being productive. You're not bringing anything to the table. You're not providing. And that can fuck you up. That can be, you know, quite debilitating, much like, you know, the injury, whatever's sidelining you. So to make a man feel useful again, to allow a man to bring something home, to bring home some bacon and to be productive and do something with his life all day is priceless. You know, we're built to be productive. We need to toil. We need to do something. We're not built to sit around and fuck off all day, even though some people do. We need to be out doing something. And for those organizations to help that man do that and other people like that is fucking amazing. So please help those organizations. You know, you see the flyer, you're, you know, at a grocery store, do you want to donate $1 to, you know, children's fund or whatever? Yeah, do that shit, because there are people who need it and you can't put into words how much that helps. But, you know, I'm glad we have heroes like that. I'm glad we have men and women who are willing to take the pledge, suit up, and go overseas and handle business. You know, to volunteer to step on a fucking mine or you know, get in front of the bullets so that shit don't come here. You know, that's a very important part of our patriotism.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, I'm glad you added that at the end right there, because that is part of it. That's like in the last story, you know, something that gets lost on the people here is you have people like police officers, like, you know, my dad is federal. I've had conversations with him about, you know, cops, police force, and all that stuff, and people don't understand that they're the ones who go towards the crime. They're the ones who go towards the people with the guns. And the same thing with our military, like this man who literally, you know, the average mind would be like, he's damn near lost everything. The first thing he says is, you know, how am I going to play video games? Like, you know, but the thing is, for the average everyday person is we don't think about that. We don't think that, yeah, I'm grateful I have both of my hands. I'm grateful I have both of my ears. I have both of my eyes. You know, I have the sense to smell, the ability to see, the ability to walk, because they are people who don't have that. You know, it may not be your reality, but it is a reality for someone else. And this is such a good example of, I feel like, patriotism, because, you know, he said, I mean, it was like you said that, you know, to give the man a purpose is, it's almost like he served his purpose. You know, was a really good leader. Now he's no longer able to do that, but in his everyday life, he's not complaining about what he doesn't have. He's not complaining and saying, "I don't have both of my legs. I can't do nothing. I don't have, you know, both sets of arms. I can't do anything." He's not complaining, but we have people that are complaining about the simplest, like, incredulous things in this country, complaining about just stupid stuff. Just, oh, you know, they want to take my ability to kill my baby. Like, you're a dummy, number one, because nobody's doing that. But number two is, like, just the things that these people complain about if you actually peel that layer back and you go back to a story like this man has everything he could possibly complain about life. You know what I mean? He's what? He's not going to be able to go on hikes with his kids because he doesn't have legs. No, he's not going to complain about that. He's going to find a way to be valuable in his children's lives, and at the same time, he loves this country, even though doing going to battle, so to speak, for it
Mm-hmm.
caused him to lose um, some valuable parts of his body. But he's not there crying and weeping like a little bitch. He's he's literally, man, his spirit is just like you said. His spirit is just so positive that this is what this country is missing, and I don't want people to have to lose limbs to figure that out. That we
Mm-hmm.
need to get that spirit back, um, for the love of this country and for the love of each other, for the love of our families, because that is what is missing. Those values right now are is what is making, like Frank Hauser has said, America sick.
Yeah, and sick. Like Tom Hanks at the end of Philadelphia, sick. Like lesions were coughing up. We're fucking Val Kilmer coughing up blood into a fucking handkerchief, sick. Not dead, but we're pretty ill. And one of the sad parts is those who we entrust with our safety and our care are the ones trying to make us even more sick. But before we continue, we got some more generosity to highlight. Big Wes, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here, man. I hope it's not the last time. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you for the Hamilton. And since you are new, the reason I call it a Hamilton is because that's the president on the $10 bill. He said this needs to be in the barbershop. Agreed. Now, ladies, you guys have the salon. That's a different landscape. But the barbershop, that's a high praise right there, because the barbershop is where men go to be men and discuss the ills of the world. And it's very important to have that. It might not be an actual barbershop, but that barbershop kind of setting where we can get together and talk with our peers. And even though most of it might be talking shit and insulting each other, still, it's how we communicate. It's how we work shit out. That's why I take my son to the barbershop. Not only do you get a clean cut, but he needs to learn how to be around men, how to talk with men, and what do men talk about, how to be a man. So I take my son to get his haircut and stuff. And Big West, it's funny because every black dude with a beard, my son tells me, Dad, he looks like you. Like, no, he doesn't. The fuck, he does not look like me. But every time he's like, Dad, that dude looks like you. So if he saw you, Big West, that's exactly what he would say.
Hey, Dad.
Like, hey, man, you need to take you to the damn eye doctor. Don't look like me. Funny shit. I love him. And it's too late to take him back to the hospital, so I'm going to keep him.
What does your son say? Is he special effects?
Yeah, special effects. Special needs. The boy's hilarious. He's hilarious. And he says, instead of suppose, he says oppose. He says, I'm not opposed to. And instead of disgusting, he says disgusting. Dad, that's disgusting. Don't do that. My son, he likes women with long hair. My wife has long hair. And when he was younger, he would play in his mom's hair. He'd lay down. Mom, come lay down. He would stroke her hair and stuff. And so one day, my wife, she trimmed her hair. Not a lot, but it was like around the shoulder. She took a couple inches off. It was noticeable. And she said, hey, because she knew he wouldn't, but we just kind of see, she was joking. She was like, hey, what do you think of my hair? And true to my son's form, he was shirtless, holding a piece of meat, eating it. And he goes, Mom, that's disgusting. Don't do that again. I was like, oh, shit. You don't talk to me like that. He's like, Mom, I don't like that. I don't like your hair like that. So, ladies out there, if you plan on dating my son when he's 18, you perverts, you better have long hair. That's all I'm saying. He's not going to be happy. Here we go. Story number Trey. Ashtray. So funny. All right. Republican lawmaker introduces Fidelity Month bill to rededicate, another word I've never seen written before, U.S. to its core values. I've never seen the word rededicate written before. I don't know why. Maybe I don't read it.
I don't think I have either.
It's a real possibility. Three other Republican House members signed on as co-sponsors of the Fidelity Month bill. Probably come up with a better name than Fidelity. It makes me think of a bank. Representative Alex Mooney introduced a bill recently that would designate 1 month every year as Fidelity Month, with the hope that Americans will unite in rededicating themselves to the values of faith, family, and patriotism. And side note, you're seeing this a lot. I saw something the other day where they're who was it? It was a black dude. Can't remember his name, but he was proposing the same thing. The whole 4th of July or July being like Patriot Month or something like that. So this shit's it's starting to bubble. It's starting to percolate in different areas, and that's how it starts. And like you said, Gian, it's a fucking shame that that even has to be a thing. Our survival as a country depends on the shared bonds of faith, family, and patriotism, the West Virginia Republican said in a press release. It is therefore fitting to observe a month where Americans of all faiths and beliefs can come together to reaffirm and rededicate ourselves to our core values. Fox News Digital spoke with West Virginia representative discussing what led him to write the bill, along with addressing his concerns for the nation. And those concerns should be all of our concerns. Mooney said the bill was inspired by Dr. Robert P. George, a conservative Christian philosopher and Princeton University professor who initiated the idea of dedicating the month of June as Fidelity Month. Well, if it's June, you're going to have to wrestle it from the grips of the fucking Ku Klux Klans and the Alphabet Soup Group, and they're white-knuckling that bitch right now. The professor proposed the holiday after seeing a Wall Street Journal NORC poll in late March that showed a decline in traditional values and a moral foundation among Americans over the last 25 years. Representative Mooney relayed that he and other members of Congress have noticed the same concerns and trends of a decline in Christian faith patriotism community and recognizing the importance of hard work and value of family. Hold on, let's go write something down. Look, since Biden became president, even the 9 years I've been in Congress, I've seen this whole woke agenda being pushed more than ever in ways that are totally absurd, like men playing women's college sports and taking away their chances to be a champion. I mean, the woke agenda is just out of control. What we need is not this woke nonsense. What we need is a return to faith and family and traditional values. So that's where it came from. He wrote an opinion piece for the Journal of Martinsburg discussing the results of the downward trend in American values seen in the Wall Street Journal's poll, which was first conducted in 1998, year I graduated high school. This year, the poll revealed Americans' view of patriotism being very important has dropped from 70% to 38%. The view of religion being very important has decreased from 62% to 39%. The view of having children as being very important has gone from 59% to 30%. And being involved in community dropped community dropped down to 27%. The view of money being very important, however, has risen from 31% to 43%. Oy vey. Representative Greg Stube, one of the co-sponsors of the bill, said in a statement on Fox News Digital that the U.S. has, quote, lost its way. As a society, we've removed God from schools, encouraged elimination of the nuclear family, disregarded our national anthem, and ignored the Judeo-Christian values that America was founded upon, the Florida Republican said. Fidelity Month will help ensure our survival as a country, reinstating the core American values of faith, family, country, and community for generations to come. Representative Josh Brechin, that's a weird one, quoted John Adams in part of his explanation as to why he is also supporting this bill. As President John Adams stated, our Constitution was made only for a moral and religious people. It is wholly inadequate to the government of any other. The success of our experiment as the world's longest-running republic has been possible because biblical and family values fostered self-governance and limited government, the Oklahoma Republican said. I agree with that. And people, no matter how you feel, if you're religious or not, you believe in God or whatever, we were all benefiting from that from those set of values. We are all benefiting from the Judeo-Christian values. Respect each other, love each other, family's important, work hard, shit like that. That's the rising tide that lifts all boats. And when we get away from that, this is the alternative. This is what fills that vacuum. When those values are taken out, the vacuum is filled, the void is filled with all this sick, disgusting, decrepit nonsense, this fucking sexualized shit where a man, for some reason, for 30 days out of the year, you're allowed to walk around nude in front of children. You're allowed to literally bend over and shake your crusty asshole in front of children. Your blown out, distended anus in front of children. But for some reason, all the other months of the year and days of the year, the other 335 days of the year, that's a no-no. We'll arrest you. But we got this sick, fucked up month where that's cool. Yeah, for sure. Just wrap a rainbow around yourself. Put a rainbow flag in your back pocket and you're free to do whatever the fuck you want. And that's disgusting. And it's a shame that we do have to get back to this. And I don't know a very delicate way to say it, so I won't say it delicately. But we need that 9/11 feeling in the air. If you're old enough to remember that, after 9/11, hey, we were looking at each other, total strangers in public going, what's up, man? Hey, huh? Bumper stickers, flags, and all that shit. We got real patriotic, and it's a shame that it took something like 9/11. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't say 9/11. 9/11 wasn't shit. Remember the feeling after January 6th? Because they told us that that's the worst day in American history. They say it's worse than 9/11, Pearl Harbor, and the Civil War. So I shouldn't even say 9/11. Let me say January 6th. But that feeling in the air, that feeling of patriotism, that feeling of we're the greatest country in the world, that feeling of respect that was in the air. We need that back. And hopefully it doesn't have to be due to a terrible terrorist attack or some other awful event. And I got my door open here. That's why you see the sun ray across my mouth. But yeah, we do need to get back to that. Even the people that don't like that, you need it too. You need America to be that way. And family, all of our problems go back to family. Some people might say that's oversimplifying it. No, it's not. Life is largely simple. And a good home, and of course, having a mom and dad, having the Huxtables as your parents is not going to guarantee you that life is going to be great, but it does give you the best chance for life to be great. 70% of inmates, adult and juvenile, come from broken homes. 90% of juvenile runaways come from broken homes. A lot of these the overwhelming majority of these fucking psycho savages out here gunning people down, running out of stores with stolen shit right in front of everybody that we see all fucking day come from broken homes. It takes a mom and dad to make them. It takes a mom and dad to raise them. And since we're talking about mom and dads raising them, I think gay people adopting kids is fucked up. I think it's weird, it's immoral, and it's wrong. A kid needs a mother and a father for a reason. And what do people always say? Well, we make a lot of money. They're going to have everything they need. No, they're not going to have everything they need. They're going to have all the material things they need, but that's not all they need. They need to see a mother and a father. They need to see that dynamic of how to be in a relationship. And they need the mother and the father. Mom can be too soft. Dad can be too tough. So you need that balance. Your mom and dad are going to check each other. You're going to get an equal balance of what you need. Mom, oh, come here, baby. And you also need, hey, you're all right. Get up. That kind of shit. You need that. And getting away from that and shitting on the family, don't people realize if the family's fucked, so are we. Broken homes put out these killers and these psychos and these criminals. That's where they come from. These are bad people factories. So why would we not all be on board with rectifying that? I don't fucking get it. But Fidelity Month, anything like it, it's a shame that we need it, but we need it.
Yeah, the whole introduction of a Fidelity Month is saying that how do I put this? We're losing all of those dynamics that you put out before, family, faith, and all of that together is something that's being lost. Therefore, I need to recommend this idea to either bring that back, revive it, or keep it alive. And that's a problem because this isn't stuff that we probably think about daily or really at all. But until it's introduced to us, we go, oh, that's right. We are lacking in family. We are lacking tradition. We are lacking values. We are lacking morals. And that is a problem because you can't attack the problem unless you recognize that there's a problem. And one thing I do disagree with in this article that he said was the Judeo-Christian. There's no such thing as Judeo-Christian. That's not; those two don't go together. If you understand Judaism and you understand Christianity, then you know that those two can literally not coexist together because they're two different ideologies or two different things. Christianity. This is a Christian nation. You will hear that a lot. This is what it was founded upon. It was never founded upon Judeo-Christianity. It was never founded on Buddhist Christianity or Muslim Christian. No, there's no two things there. It's Christian. That is what it is. But what we see is the eradication of Christian values in this country. And what people aren't asking, the right question that they're not asking is, who are the ones eradicating this? Who's getting rid of the Christian values? Who's getting rid of the church? Church is not what church used to be. I remember when I was growing up as a kid, I didn't have my mom and my dad were separated, but I still had this sense of family because my grandfather and my grandmother were together. They were together for like 50 something years before she passed, I believe. 50 something, maybe almost close to 60. That was a sense of family a lot of people don't get and throughout their life. But so even without having both my parents together, I had that dynamic. I had my aunt and uncles. I've had a whole sense of family. Today, it is different because now the family has been eradicated, not completely to where we can't get it back, but it has been eradicated to the point where now they're saying a woman, two women can be a family and have a family. Two men can come together and have a family. That's not how it works. So who are the people introducing this, and who are the people that believe that that is the case? What are they? What are their beliefs? And why is it that the Christian nation is no longer quote unquote Christian? So I think that this is, once again, it could be something that you implement. That's fine. The issue is that you have to even bring up the idea to implement it because somebody, some group, some people, some belief system is eradicating the values of this country. And who are they? That is the questions I think people need to ask because that is the reason why we have this. You just put out the numbers. We have such a less amount of patriotism and pride today.
Yeah, and that's shitty, man. It really is. I don't understand. Yes, no country's perfect. Yes, we got a bunch of corrupt shit going on, and we got our hands and all this shit going on around the world, and we cause this and we cause that. Yeah. I get it. But it can't all be America shitty, America sucks. This is a great country, and that shit needs to be recognized. We need to remember that shit. Our memories, some members of our society, their memories need to be jogged. This is a great fucking country. Why? Again, if you don't like it, it's so fucked up, leave. Why? That's like that's like going somewhere where people don't want you. You know they don't want you there. So why would you go? Why would you stay there? Fucking bounce. You got 192 other options. They say life is about choices. You got a lot of choices. Pick one. Pick one where you think your interests will be met. And deuces. Goodbye. Yeah, that shit won't last long. That's like your kid running away. I did that when I was a kid too. But the kids run away and they come back in like 3 hours. Fuck that shit. You ain't going nowhere. I'm talking shit. America. All right, here we go. Bam. I like this dude. He used to be known as Enos Cantor, but now his name is Freedom Cantor. Take that, you blue-haired, granola-headed, dirt fucking leftist. He named himself Freedom. They were pissed. They were mad as shit. Or it's Cantor Freedom now. That's right. Cantor Freedom. Took out the last name. You know, they were pissed. And he's a person of color.
No, his
So,
first name is Enos. E-N-E-S. Enos Cantor Freedom is what
yeah,
his
that's
name
what it is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He changed or added his last name. Added
is.
Freedom as his last name. But you know they're pissed. You're a person of color and you like America. Like, yeah, that's how it works, bitch. Most people of color do, especially when they came here from somewhere else that was completely fucked up. Cantor Freedom sends message to WNBA player calling America trash. He said, I will buy you a first class plane ticket. He ain't even going to put you in coach. You don't have to sit back with the commoners. He will put you up front where they give you real napkins and better food if you promise to get the fuck out of here. Enos Cantor Freedom. Oh, and what was her name? I'm sure they'll say it in here, but it was, well, anyway, they'll explain it. But I remember the story. Enos Cantor Freedom is speaking out after WNBA player Natasha Cloud called America trash in so many ways on the 4th of July weekend. The former NBA player joined Fox and Friends Wednesday to call out Cloud, pointing out that many professional athletes in America are uneducated about the rest of the world and don't realize how proud they should be to live in the U.S. He says, I just can't believe how people still cannot understand how lucky and blessed they are to be in a country where you can say whatever you want to say and you're not going to be in jail. So I just hope that I can just educate them in some ways. Yeah, educate that bitch with a plane ticket. There she is. You know the bottom half of her face smells like clam. Cloud created a stir on Friday when she wrote on Twitter that our country is trash in so many ways, and instead of using our resources to make it better, we continue to, here comes their word. This is the word that gives them their climax. We continue to oppress marginalized groups. I don't know why she capitalized that we have targeted since the beginning of times. Not the beginning of time, the beginning of times. And that black and brown, I'm so sick of this shit. I'm so sick of hearing these terms and phrases. Black and brown communities and LGBT, blah, blah, blah. Man, we are too powerful to still be attacking issues separate. And she just displayed her fucking ignorance. Not only the ignorance of what's going on in this country and what this country is about, but also of the English language and punctuation. Freedom responded by offering Cloud or any others with similar views to go on a trip to experience other countries. I'm offering her or anyone, whenever their season is over, I will buy their ticket first class. I would like to take them to these some of those regimes out there, like I said, again, China, Russia, Iran, Turkey, and other ones, and forget about calling them trash. These regimes, you know, you criticize them, you and your family members will be in jail and tortured to death, said Freedom, adding that Cloud either doesn't know any better or worse, she's just hating on this beautiful country. And it's definitely the latter. And how fucked would that be if all of a sudden you get a burlap sack over your head because somebody in your family said some stupid shit? Freedom mentioned how it took NBA star Brittany Griner to be arrested in Russia for her to realize how great America actually is. If you think America is so bad and so trash and so terrible, then leave. But before you leave, please have a phone conversation with your colleague, Brittany Griner. You know, she knows the best. She was the one that's saying, oh, yeah, this country, we have so many problems. We should not sing the national anthem or even again or ever again and stuff. But then she realizes on the other side what could happen. So that's why I am telling everyone, just have a conversation with people, experience what these regimes can do. On Saturday, Cloud spoke out again, taking aim at those critical of her for her comments. She said those critics need to come at her with something better than move to Russia or China. Not really. It's that simple, you dumbass. I'm blessed to travel the world for my career. I've been in plenty of countries that I would have my human rights, healthcare, free, assisted schooling, don't have to fear mass shootings or white supremacists, don't have to be concerned about the highest maternal mortality rates, she wrote. Less police murders, no mass incarceration based on race, adequate minimum wage, rights to my body as a woman. I mean, I can keep going. Please don't. Rights to your body as a woman? You don't have to worry about abortions when you scissor. because these things that America is capable of, and when I say trash, this is what I'm referring to. We choose to allow politicians to line their pockets and spit false and hateful ideologies to pit us against each other. Shut up. America is a business. Bitch. And then there's just a picture of the tweet that he sent out telling her to talk to Brittany Griner. And they keep regurgitating these fucking talking points that are just straight bullshit.
I want to interview Enos, man. I really want to talk to him because I don't think there's been an NBA player ever about as outspoken as he is. And keep in mind that he's from Turkey.
Yep.
He's not, American, like born here. He's from there and came here. And he talks more than people that are from here and seems to be more proud of this country than, almost half the NBA players that open up their mouths. Now, that's kind of a highlight actually on this is because this Natasha Cloud, as far as I know, is from here and he has more pride in this country than she does. But it's like you said, the regurgitation. She's regurgitating shit that other people. We've heard this before already. We've heard this so many. Oh, America and the marginalized groups and the people of color and the black and the brown communities. We're in 2023. In 2008, Barack Obama unfortunately was elected as president.
Ooh.
Then in 2012, he was elected again as president. So we had a black president, quote unquote black. And it's years later, and we're acting as if we've made no progress when it came to the color of people's skin. If we're going just off the color of people's skin, because that's what they like to highlight, we've already been to the highest places that we can go. So what exactly is the problem now? There is no issue. It's just that they're trying to find something because it's part of this culture to hate this country and think that you can't go anywhere, you can't get anywhere, you can't be somebody. This bitch is a WNBA player. Not that we give a shit because we don't watch that anyway, but she gives a shit. She is at one of the highest places that she can be in her life because this is her career. And you're telling me that America's trash because why exactly? The only thing I can get from this is almost like Ina said, go to another country. Go to another country, see if you make their WNBA basketball team, which I don't think that they have women's team anywhere else. Go live that life and see what it brings you. See what kind of joy that you have. Because the only reason why they're able to say this outlandish shit is because they're in America. That's the only reason why. If they weren't in America, she can't. There's nothing that she can say. But she's in the highest position that she can be in personally, and that's the reason why it's coming out of her mouth, and or whatever on Twitter. But point being though is that yes, I agree with Enos. A lot of people do need to. I went to Japan, and when I went to Japan, I didn't see that many black people. Like I was in Shibuya, and the only black person I saw just so happened to be like in this bar with me. And he just so happened to be a rapper from somewhere, right? And it's like, of course you were, it couldn't just be like some young black man who was in tech or something like that who just was on a trip out. No, he just happened to be a rapper, right? So if you actually go to these other places, you will see that you'll see the difference. America is, like you said, there's no better place to be black. I mean, there isn't, and you can't bring up. She said, oh, don't say go to Russia or China. It's like, no, that is exactly what we go to Russia or China.
Where you need to go. Yeah. Please
go to Russia or China. I went to Japan. Okay, Japan is not like those. Japan is way better. But China or Russia, being a black, not only are you black. And I don't know if she's mixed, doesn't matter. But not only are you black, but you're a black woman. So go there and talk that shit that you're talking and see what happens to you.
Watch some dude take off a fucking leather Jesus sandal and hit you in your fucking mouth, and then all you can do is sit there and hold your mouth and not bleed on his fucking carpet. You kidding me? What WNBA team in another country? If there is one, they probably play for a bowl of fucking porridge. These dumbasses out here, they get subsidized by the NBA. Not only do you got a bullshit league that's subpar, it is subsidized by men. W's don't even go watch the WNBA. Even more of a reason for you to shut the fuck up and keep dribbling that tiny ass ball and missing. Are you kidding me? The people who should be the quietest are the loudest. That shit is ridiculous, man. Shut your stupid ass up. You ain't gonna go nowhere. You got the money. You save up some shekels and take your ass out of here. Take Brittany with you and all the other ungrateful fucking lesbians you play with. The fuck out of here, please. We will stand at the shore and wave. Bye. Fuck out.
Fucking happily. Just, oh my God, have so much fun.
Oh, bye. Enjoy yourself.
Yes, bitch.
Yes, queen. I hope they got a burqa big enough for you.
Yeah, you know, and Brittany Griner, for an example, Brittany Griner is a lesbian. So you were a big, giant lesbian in Russia, right? And she saw that she didn't get treated special like she is here. You know, you weren't shit out there. So if all this talking that people do here, be happy that you can do it. That's all I'll say. Be happy that you have the ability to tweet the shit the nonsense that you tweet, because you do that in China and you say, oh, you know, I don't like it here. The dictator is knock on your door. Just like that. They got cameras everywhere. They know who you are. They got facial recognition. They know when you step foot into their country. It's called Communist Chinese Party for a reason. So go ahead and go, like Ina said. Go there. I guarantee you we won't see her on a flight back, because she's going to say some crazy shit that's going to get her locked up there. Probably worse than Brittany Griner.
Yep. She'll get locked up in China. Hey, why you talk shit? Why you talk shit? You know what? They probably won't even come get her. They'll just fucking bolt her into her own fucking apartment building. They'll just weld a bar across the fucking door and just trap her in there. You can do whatever they want.
Hey, you talk too much.
Hey, shut your mouth, you tall freak. Shut your mouth.
Oh, you think
you can't talk to me like that. I'm a person of
shut
up. I don't care.
Yeah.
Hey, Dorothy, you're not in Kansas no more. You're in China. Shut your fucking mouth. But isn't somebody nothing? You have
marginalized.
But I'm marginalized. I'm oppressed. I'm a person of color. I'm an LGBTQ. But put her in hole, open hole in ground. Put her in there. Cover with bamboo and pee on her 3 times a day.
What the fucking Jung Yu Jung?
Jung Yu Jung. Put her in Jung Yu Jung.
Yeah.
Go put her inside Jung Yu Jung. And then I want 3 people. I want 3 soldiers. You come here. For 3 days, all you eat is asparagus. You pee on her. Morning, noon, and night.
You make it rain. Make it rain.
You give her golden shower in Jung Yu Jung. That's where you want to be? That's what you want?
Natasha, don't do it.
Take your ass over there and get that Chinese asparagus piss all over you 3 times a day. I'll stay here in America where that's not allowed. Thank you very much.
Shit. Wow. Bottom line of that story, though, is that somebody, and this is you don't have to be from here to have that spirit. You know, you don't have to be. Enes Kanter has been this way since. I mean, he's been in the country since he's been in the NBA. So that spirit doesn't come from being born here. That spirit is it's in you, man. When you love and you enjoy. I mean, he's from Turkey, like I said. He knows what goes on there. Yeah, so be here and recognizing the freedom that we have. There's no room for us to complain. There's just not. So when we see shit like this, and when he does, we laugh about it.
Yeah, Chele, she says if she's been all over, I'm curious as to where she thinks it's better. when she says that, she's probably talking about the fucking hotels they had him in. Yeah. They fly him in there, put him in the hotel, let him go in the court and embarrass themselves, get him back to the airport. She probably ain't going out there seeing the real world, seeing the real poverty in these countries. She ain't seen shit. She's seen it inside of a damn hotel room.
The reason why they don't is because they are, I mean, to us, they're not, but to them, they have status. They don't just allow them to go and roam around the cities and the cultures like that. They don't do that.
You're a 6'9" weirdo. They can spot you a mile away. You'll be in the hands of some fucking some refugees in the jungle in 10 minutes, you idiot. See, they haven't seen shit, obviously, because there's no way in the world that you can really go and see what other countries have to offer and not come back here more thankful. It's humanly impossible.
Real quick.
Big West, you're right, man. Subpar. That is being too nice. They aren't even par.
Where was this at? I just saw this. Oh, okay. Deborah Harper said, "Did you see Jill Scott's rendition of National Anthem?" Now, let me just say this real quick because this has been in the comments for a while. People have been writing this in the comments. Yes, I'm pretty sure. Jericho, you saw it, right?
For sure.
Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure we all seen it by now. This is what I want to say about this because I didn't plan on doing a video or really talking about it at all because it just doesn't deserve my attention. But number one, this bitch is stupid.
Yep.
She's just dumb. I mean, she's been dumb for a while. She keeps doing all of this incredibly woke nonsense shit ever since, like, I don't know, for the past couple of years. She's just been doing this. But I don't think this is something we need to get like really all up in arms about, just for the simple fact that it's another black person complaining about America. That's really
right.
all.
Another rich black person.
Exactly. She's not in poverty. She's not impoverished. She lives her life like it's golden, as she said in her song. She has nothing to complain about. What she's doing it for is for you guys. She's doing it for all the people below her. Can't you not do anything because you're black? Oh, this country doesn't smile on you because you're colored. Mm-hmm. Shut up. That's pretty much all I got to say about it. Just shut the fuck up. That is the most, like, no one wants to hear that. And the fact that you took the national anthem and made your own little fucking oppressive version of it is disgusting in so many different ways, because it's like, no, like if I was just in the audience and I wanted to hear Jill Scott, like in concert or something, and she started doing that, I would get up and leave, because I'd just be like, what the fuck is this? This is stupid. You're not there to preach to people. You're there to sing songs. And if you don't sing your fucking songs, that I don't even know if she still makes money off of, but if you don't do that, then get off the fucking stage. It's that simple. So I don't really want to talk about that much, because it's just another stupid thing that happened. That's all it is.
Yeah, I got 3 quick points to make. Number one, she said that at the Essence Festival, and trying to be all black people and all this shit, be all serious. But at that same Essence Festival, Megan Thee Stallion was twerking. She brought women up on stage to twerk. So that's how serious we should take that message. Number 2, like you said, she needs to shut the fuck up. But when she does shut the fuck up, she will do it inside of her $3.4 million mansion in the affluent area of Memphis, Tennessee. And number 3, in that song, if you want to call it that, she was talking about the blood in the streets. And that bitch is from North Philly. The nerve. You're talking about the blood in the streets, and you're from North Philly, where there's a lot of blood in the streets, and none of it was put there by the white man. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that was one of the lyrics too. And that blacks built this land.
No, we didn't. We helped.
But when they say that, they say it so it gives you this sense of pride. Like, yeah, I built this shit. No, you didn't.
You didn't.
I'm 32 years old. I was nowhere near. I was born in 91, yo. Like,
thank God I was nowhere near it. Thank you for that. Thank you for me not being anywhere near being a fucking slave. And when they say that, it conjures images of some boss hog sitting on the porch. Hey there, boy. drinking some sweet tea while the black people are just out there. Oh, we're hitting the nails, we're building the ships and the hospitals, and we're doing all. No. You can't have it both ways. You can't sit there and tell me that all I come from is sharecropping, field picking Negroes, but then over here, when it's convenient, you're telling me I built the country. If that's the case, then I would have to be more than just a sharecropping Negro. I would have to be an architect. I would have to be a blacksmith. I would have to be a boat captain. I would have to do all of these things, which black people did. Black people were not just picking cotton and tobacco leaves. They were working in every facet of society to build America. We helped. We have a hand in it. If you want to make a "They Built America" Mount Rushmore, you got to put a black face up there. But it's not going to be the only face. A lot of different people from around the world put their sweat into this soil. We're not the only ones. We're not special. This is the same message that the Ku Klux Klans and the Alphabet Soup group need to hear. You're not special. Nobody gives a fuck about your life story. You know why? Because we all got one. We all got a life story. We all got some fucked up shit that happened to us or is happening to us or just happened to us. You ain't special. You're just like me. Get in line to live life and shut that disgusting, overused hole under your nose.
Yeah.
Your cock holster. Shut the fuck up. Okay. Well, I think now we can introduce the poll.
Well, you skipped the story, I believe.
No, I did. I got all of them.
Nope. You skipped this day in history.
Yeah, I did. Let's see. The 1776 community, the triple amputee veteran, the Fidelity Month, and freedom or Cantor Freedom.
That's
is
4.
Message. Yeah, 4.
I put 5 up there. If you didn't get it, that's weird.
No, it wasn't up there. It wasn't up there.
Okay.
It wasn't up there, I promise. But here it is. Here we go. Number 5. Bam.
This is quick, though.
So quick.
It's going to be so quick, but so hard.
So quick right now. All right, hold on. There we go.
Rex Rocker said, "Hi, I'm Charlatan the retard." Oh shit, that's funny. What's their breakfast club?
All right. Okay,
so,
here we go.
On this day in history.
On this day in history, July 12th, 1862, Abraham Lincoln signs bill creating U.S. Army Medal of Honor. Hey, that's all right. Fortunately, you got to go through some pretty bad shit to get one.
Yeah.
But those who do it need to be honored. So on February 15th, 1862, Senator Henry Wilson, Republican from Massachusetts, then chair of the Senate Committee on Military Affairs and the Militia, introduced a resolution for a Medal of Honor for the Army, according to the U.S. Army Airborne and Special Operations Museum in Fayetteville, North Kakalaka. Congress approved this resolution, and President Abraham Lincoln signed it into law on this day in history, July 12, 1862. A resolution to provide for the presentation of medals of honor to the enlisted men of the Army and volunteer forces who have distinguished or may distinguish themselves in battle during the present rebellion was presented per the same source. The Medal of Honor, also known as Congressional Medal of Honor, is the foremost U.S. military decoration, says Britannica.com. Instituted by Congress in 1861 for the Navy, then in 1862 for the Army. So the Navy did it first. In your face, Army. The honor was at first awarded only to enlisted men, with officers later permitted to receive the award, according to the same source. To be eligible to receive the Medal of Honor, according to the U.S. Department of Defense, a military service member can be bestowed while engaged in an action against an enemy of the United States, while engaged in military operations involving conflict with an opposing foreign force, or while serving with friendly foreign forces engaged in an armed conflict against an opposing armed force in which the United States is not a belligerent party. Never heard it used that way. The Medal of Honor is given for conspicuous gallantry and intrepidity. Oof, that's a tough one. At the risk of life, above and beyond the call of duty. The Army Medal has always been awarded solely for valor in combat, but the Navy Medal could be and was awarded for non-combat purposes such as life-saving, although since 1942 it has been awarded only for combat. All recommendations require thorough reports on the act itself, the battlefield and its setting, at least 2 sworn eyewitness statements, and any other compelling evidence that can be gathered, said the Congressional Medal of Honor Society. Recommendation packets must be approved and all the way up the military command structure, ending with the United States President as Commander-in-Chief, the same source indicated. This prestigious medal is suspended from a blue ribbon with a center pad containing 13 white stars, cites multiple sources. Etched within are the very values that each recipient displayed in the moments that mattered: bravery, courage, sacrifice, integrity, a deep love of country, and a desire to always do what is right, stated the Congressional Medal of Honor Society. So basically what you have to do is something very heroic, saving someone's life, multiple lives in battle, and then there has to be corroborated by multiple people, at least 2 eyewitnesses. But that's great, man. And I got to show you guys something. Let's see. Last November. Hold on a second. Last November, I was in Fort Pierce, Florida, and I was invited to be a keynote speaker at the National Navy SEAL Museum. Shout out to Elaine, Phil, Yoda, Josh, all the guys, and some of them, if I didn't mention you, I apologize. But at the National Navy SEAL Museum, there's a statue. And hold on, let me get a picture of the statue. Hold on. Hold on a second. Because I want to show you guys a picture of this, because these two, it has 2. It was the 52nd anniversary of. Hold on, guys. If I knew we were doing this story, I would be better prepared. And it was Legends and Legacy was the theme, and it was Tom Norris and Mike, Lieutenant Tom Norris and Petty Officer Mike Thornton. 50 years ago, it was. Excuse me. Was when they both won the Medal of Honor. There's a movie called Bat 21, and it's about them. And in April 1970, rescuing 2 downed airmen, Lieutenant Norris was shot down behind enemy lines in North Vietnam, and he was awarded the Medal of Honor for saving those 2 downed airmen. So 2 airmen got shot down. He was a Navy SEAL. They sent him in to rescue them. And Lieutenant Norris was wounded on that rescue mission. So Petty Officer Thornton came back through heavy fire to rescue his shipmate. And that's how they both got the Medal of Honor. And Petty Officer Thornton received the Medal of Honor as well for his heroics. And they made the movie about him. And there's a statue of Thornton carrying Norris. So Norris was the Navy SEAL operator who was going in to save the airmen. He got hurt. They sent in another operator, Petty Officer Thornton, and he picked him up over his shoulder. And the statue is of him turning back with his gun, with his M4 with one hand, shooting at the enemies. Like, this is some shit as a kid, you imagine playing a soldier, in your mind. And he did that shit. And I'm so pissed I can't find the fucking picture of that. Hold on. Statue. But it's right in front of the Navy SEAL Museum, this huge statue. Let's see, found it. Here it is. I mean, it's some cold shit. This is what action movies are made of. This is what a young red-blooded male's imagination is made of when he's playing war with his friends. He has his combat buddy, his fellow SEAL, over his shoulder, and he's looking back with one hand shooting his weapon. I mean, ladies, go get a towel if you need to sit on one. Come on now. And Petty Officer Thornton, the guy who's carrying him, he's huge. Big old dude. So that's the kind of shit that you get the Medal of Honor for, the kind of stuff they make movies about. And I met those two. I did a speech, and when I did my keynote speech, I did it after them. So when I got it, and they're talking about the mission and what happened and the bullets and all that shit, and then I get up there to talk, and I was like, well, that's kind of hard to follow, but I'll do my best. But I met them both, shook their hand, had a beer with one of them, great dudes, and all the other operators I met. Yoda, he's a Canadian operator, so not all Canadians are bad. But all those guys are awesome, and all of those guys are in situations where they could potentially earn the Medal of Honor, having to save their buddies, man, and they do it over and over and over again. But that's great. The people who sacrifice their lives for this country, they should be honored. They should be given some kind of award for that.
I agree. And as for someone who's never been in any type of branch of military at all, this is like this story. And also that story of Mike Thornton. We watch movies, right, as average everyday people, and we look at the stuff as entertainment. But for people like that man and other men and women that are in these types of scenarios and situations, shit is not entertainment. This is real life. You're in the moment, having to at any time. You could be gone. Stray bullet. Explosives, as we saw from the other story and all that. So the Medal of Honor that's given to people that are undergoing a lot of different scenarios where the risks are extremely high, and a lot of times, like for an example, I believe Mike Thornton was Vietnam that he was involved in.
72, yeah.
The Iraq, all this stuff. A lot of these wars we were in falsely. And in the sense of we gotten into these wars not be off of lies, basically off of lies, and so they could easily lose their lives, over lies, over nothing. And so that Medal of Honor, man, to receive that is an accomplishment in itself that you could just pass on to your kids, your grandchildren, and say, yeah, I survived some bullshit, and the dude has a statue. That is crazy. Yeah, that's like the Michael Jordan, logo of basketball. But this is like
that's the jump man right there. That's the military jump man. And right here, this little road right here, they have like obstacle courses and stuff around there. To the right of this, they have their armory, and there's all these big ass lizards running back and forth across the road and shit. I'm cool with that, Florida. But over here to the right, they have an armory. So Yoda, he was like, "Hey man, you want to go check out the armory?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, I do." And it's every man's wet dream. If you like guns, you were a fan of action movies as a kid, it's gun porn. It's the scene where they open it up and there's just the walls are lined. There's guns. There's so many guns they can't even fit on the wall. And I'm talking Uzis, Uzi 9mm. They had them all. The compact Uzi, the full-size Uzi that Arnold used in fucking Terminator. M4s, M16, M1 Garants, old guns, new guns. I picked up a RPG for the first time. That shit is heavy. An RPG has to be 40 or 50 pounds. It is heavy as shit. And it's mainly the projectile. The tube itself isn't that heavy, but that projectile is heavy as shit. And, shout out to them for allowing me in there to see that and invited me to go down there. We were shooting the next day. Yoda broke his nose on a Barrett 50 cal sniper rifle. It was a crazy weekend, people. It really was. But I'm glad I was a part of it, and I'm glad I'm a part of it in this country. And I'm glad that we have the best operators and the best soldiers, airmen, and sailors on the planet. And the reason we're the best is because we train. When we're not fighting, we're training. And that's how we keep that edge so sharp. And China, I think China would be our only quote unquote competition in the world. Russia, they're having a hard time with Ukraine. So I don't think military to military, they could even hold our jockstrap. But China would definitely be our number one threat in the world. But I think military to military, and maybe some people out there have more informed, sharper military minds than myself. Let me know. But from what I know, and talking to the people I've talked with, and I was in the Navy myself, and that was back in the day. So I'm sure we've made leaps and bounds in technology since then. There isn't a military in the world who could fuck with us. Now, when you get to that guerrilla warfare shit, that's different. But if you want to stand your soldiers in front of our soldiers and your tanks in front of our tanks and do it in a traditional fashion, we will bend you over. We may or may not spit on it, but we're sticking this red, white, and blue lap hog to the bristle. You're going to get all of it. Aaron M says RPG 20 pounds loaded. I don't know, man. I don't know. That RPG was heavy as shit. I didn't put it on a scale. Maybe you have. I don't know if you have ever picked one up yourself, Aaron M, but that son bitch is heavy, and it felt a lot heavier than 20 pounds. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. I didn't. I don't know if you were, like I said, I don't know if you actually picked one up or if that was merely a Google, but I've held one in my hands, and it's heavy as fuck. But military to military, I don't think there's another military on Earth that could fuck with us. I really don't. And people think China, they got a shitload of people, but that's not reflected in their military. We have more soldiers than they do. And not by a lot, but we do have more than them. And our technology is as advanced, if not more than theirs. And really, a lot of their people are starving. What is it, like 20 million people of their 20 million of their citizens are starving? And that's just what we know about. So I think if we flew over China and dropped a bunch of food, I think a lot of them would get on our side. But despite all they're trying their hardest to put our pilots in maternity flight suits. And as much as you see these clips of these Ku Klux trans mentally ill fucks wearing the uniform of what they identify as and the dog mask and all that shit, I know it's a lot. I know it's the biggest pile of shit you've ever seen. But despite all that, our military will fuck any other military up, period. And it won't be pretty. That's right.
Yeah. You got people that are here that are just like, fucking, I just want to kill something.
I want to make something die.
Yeah. God damn it, if it ain't as pale as me, it's going right in the fucking grave.
You got hate in your heart. Let it out.
Let it out.
Dude, if that's not true, then tell me how the fuck we kicked Saddam Hussein's ass in 3 weeks. And he had a whole bunch of tanks and shit. He had all that shit too. And we whooped his ass. But yeah, man, white power. But at
the end of the day, you know what I mean? White power.
Well, all we're trying to say here, if you boil it down, white power.
Yeah. Take it to heart.
Diesel says, take that to the bank, bitch. That reminds me of a line from a Steven Seagal movie, Hard to Kill. He goes, you can take that, or the senator says, you can take that to the bank. Steven Seagal says, I'm going to take you to the bank, Senator, the blood bank. Oh, Steven, that was fucking terrible.
Yeah, it was.
It was terrible. But hey, that's what 1989 is going to get you. Okay, now we can do the poll, right?
Yeah. Let's do that. We just want to make sure there were no Biden voters in there. Because
no early voters and shit. No dead people.
Everything.
I will put the link, boom, right there. The link to the poll is in there. We got 150 some people in here, so I would like to see 150 some votes. Hit the link, cast your vote for which story contained. Well, I guess we wouldn't call it fuckery this time, but let's say which story contained the most patriotism. You pick through one of the 5 stories, cast your vote only once. I don't want to see 150 people in here and 300 votes. But yeah, cast your vote for which one you like the best, which one you tugged at your patriotic heartstrings the most. Aaron M, yes. I get it. But yeah, man, I think, and I would hope the next conflict we get into, because it's going to happen. It wouldn't happen under Trump, 4 years, no new wars like he promised. But the next war we get into, I hope for the sake of our armed service men and women, that it is a traditional war, we can kick some ass and get out of there, not get bogged down for 20 years so they can allow trillions of dollars to slip through their fucking corrupt, clawed fingers. Mike likes tacos. Me too, man. The pink ones. Says, yeah, there better not be 81 million votes. This fucking poll. Even though, like, we appreciate the engagement, that's like too much. Okay. Debbie Godsey says, I liked all the stories. I know, Deb. Do we know each other? Can I call you Deb? I know you liked them all. So did I, but we got to choose one, Debbie. We got to make a decision. Okay? Let's do that. Let's do that. So cast your votes, people. Which story did you like the best? And
that is exactly what I need to do, is cast my vote. I didn't vote yet because I'm an honest voter. Like, I'm not China or dead. So,
like, Scouts Honor?
In
so you had the Residence Pledge, the 1776 homeowner or a housing development in North Carolina. You had the soldier who was a triple amputee, stepped on an IED when he was in the army in Afghanistan, lost half his arm, both his legs. The most positive person you'll ever see. The first question he asked was, where is my dick? Is it okay? They said, yes, it's good. He was like, all right, now how am I going to play video games? Great dude. Then we have lawmakers introduce the Fidelity Month, where it is a month to bask in the pride for this country, to get back to those traditional values that got us here. All the people turning around and spitting in the face of America now, the things you claim to hate is what gave you such a great country, as to why there's no warlord kidnapping you right now and torturing you on an old mattress spring. So that's cool. And, you know, like the old Somali proverb says, those with a full stomach are first to criticize the food. And then we have Enes Kanter Freedom flipping his Turkish bird to those disgusting shiny-faced WNBA players. More specifically, Natasha, was that her name? Whatever, Natalie Cloud.
Yeah, Natasha Cloud.
Natasha Cloud, and she plays for the insert WNBA team you don't know shit about right here. No, but he basically told her, I will buy your bitch ass a first-class plane ticket to the country of your choice.
Dude, if someone had a gun to my head and said, what fucking team does Natasha Cloud play for?
Hey, kill me.
Answer now or I'll kill your whole family. We're all going to heaven.
Yeah. Like, hey, can I hug him first? Can I get one last hug before you blow them away? Because I don't know shit about the WNBA. I love it when they have their little championship that you don't know anything about, and then they show the parade, and there's more people just who happen to be on the sidewalk near it than people who are actually there for it.
Yeah. Like they just need to not do that and just take them to Disneyland or something, because nobody's coming out to support you guys. And the only way people will be there is if you just so happen to win in the same city that an NBA team wins in. Then, you know, that's the only time then you'll actually have people show up. Other than that, no one gives a fuck.
Dude, they don't deserve a fucking trip to Disneyland. Take them to the park. Give them a barbecue at the park. That's what they deserve. They deserve a bunch of containers of grocery store potato salad and somebody grill up some burgers and dogs in a local park. That's what you deserve, you fucking crybabies. Either lower that hoop or shut up. And let's see. Yeah, shut up. July 12th, 1862, was signed into law the Medal of Honor. So that is the fifth story of the Fuckery 5. And the stories are light on Fuckery today because it's about patriotism. So get in there, cast your vote. Creole lady, damn, she said they get a bologna sandwich. Oh, fuck. All you guys get is a bologna sandwich in a paper bag with an orange and a Capri Sun. And they're not even cold. They're just room temp Capri Suns that they just grabbed out the box off the shelf. Fuck. At least I was going to give them a barbecue. Shit.
Deborah Harper says she is so glad that she came across your channel recently, and this is her first live.
Hey, well, you're right there with Big Wes, your first live. Thank you for being here. Yeah, this is what we do, man. We talk about what's going on, but you know, we we add our personality to it. We don't want it to be all doom and gloom. We do need to chuckle at this shit. But yeah, I'm glad you're here, Deborah, and I hope this isn't the last time that I see your profile pic. How about that?
Yeah, and for the new people as well, Jericho really does everything on his own. This is the only show, I believe, or the only other thing that you have with somebody else on it, which just so happens to be me, and I'm so thankful for that right now, honestly.
Thank you so much right now. Like, my thankful tank is like on full.
It is like, honestly, it costs so much for things right now, but you get one for free. So.
Like, it's overflowing. Like, when you keep going like this with the handle at the gas station and like you pull it out and gasoline spills on your shoes, like, that's how full it is.
That's my things right now.
That's Thank you so much. Damn, Intergalactic Transmitter just said a side of spam. Yeah, and you guys, you damn WNBA players, you better have the spam key, because if not, we ain't gonna help you open the can. Fuck, that's what you deserve. Okay, here we go. Fuckery fails.
American style.
America style, you fucker.
America.
God
damn it! I told you, Jasper, go get the goddamn hose out the back.
Somebody come move this hose so I can take a. No, what is it? Somebody move this transmission so I can take a bath. Who was that? I think it was Jeff Foxworthy.
Oh,
Somebody come move this transmission so I can take a bath.
Not the transmission.
So get that transmission out the tub. What the fuck? All right. Fuckery fails. Oh, here we go. Damn it. Damn it. Why they gotta look like this?
You didn't? Did you put it up yet?
No. I'm going to right now.
Oh, okay. I was like, I didn't see anything coming.
No, I won't do that again.
Yeah, don't watch it without it.
I'm enjoying it. You guys are like, wait, what? What's up?
What's happening, Jericho? You'll see it one day.
Yeah, you'll see it when I play it back, but right now I'm enjoying it. Okay, fuckery fails. Here we go. This one is the dumbest American fails from all 50 states.
Oh, that's too bad. We're not going to watch all 50. Though, so.
Hold on, let me get that with sound. Here we go.
Got it? Yeah.
Just let me can.
Oh,
Love you.
You can't do it like that.
You know he was calling him a motherfucker in whatever language that was.
Yep.
Hey. Oh my God! Somebody just hit me. I got in a car wreck. Call you back.
Oh, they got him with the LSU colors. Oh. That's what you call the scorpion, when the legs go up and touch the back of the head. That's called the scorpion. Damn, girl.
Oh.
Ah.
Didn't make
fire. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of
so
here.
Close.
Go sit in the tent.
I
You're
got
done.
caught.
You're
God.
What's the hell to think of this whole deal? Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
That's smart. Let them bring it to the boat and take it.
That's such an Arizona thing to happen.
That's what you deserve, you fucking idiot, driving like that. That's what you fucking deserve. Driving like a crazy asshole. Fuck you. I hate when people do that. That's one of the things that pisses me off the most about life, is that somebody else's fucking stupidity could ruin your life or take it all together because they wanted to be a fucking idiot.
Falling into some quicksand.
Babe, don't tape it.
No, I have to tape it. We'll take the audio out later. See? That's working slowly.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Come on, Arizona. All right, we're in Arkansas now, God damn it.
Right.
Oh, that's so American. I love it.
American. Oh.
A fucking deer.
These right here.
And he just sat there.
I hate deer. The only people that like deer, the only people say, oh, they're so cute, is because you don't live around them. Deer are a menace. They are four-legged retards. I hate them.
Damn.
Did you see that branch? Come on, what the fuck were you thinking?
Before you play this, we're gonna get some of the stupidest shit in California. I can guarantee you that. That is already so California. Just these girls right here on a boat. That's California shit.
Dumb sluts. Here we go. No! Oh! Can you get? Is it possible to get a ball sack transplant? Because that dude needs a whole new setup. Fuck.
Dude, you're supposed to have the skateboard on the rail, not your balls.
Bruh, he needs a whole new setup. Balls, taint, everything is destroyed.
He was just like,
You see how he bounced? You see how he like, oh, dog. Ooh,
that looks like Venice.
Don't stand by the window, you idiot.
We're in Colorado.
Oh my God.
Bro, I'm grabbing a broom and I'm knocking that fucking penguin into another area code. Are you kidding me? Fuck that pigeon. They're flying rats. Oh, no.
Oh, man, she's too close.
Oh.
Yeah, that hurt.
Belly flop of the year. I seen a dude do a back flop off the main deck of our ship. And he did like, he was trying to do 3 flips. You know, he did 2. And the last one, he just hi-yow on his back.
Yeah.
And I swear to you, that dude was bruised from the back of his calves all the way up to the back of his neck.
Yeah, see, I don't think people understand the issue with that. Like, when you belly flop or back flop like that, it literally knocks the wind out of you. Like,
it sounded like a fucking gunshot. Man, he was fucked up, man. And what was even funnier about it is he's like, hey, look, watch, everybody, look. And he just fucking, boom, tore his back apart, dude. I saw it on Instagram.
Oh,
bro, come on, because I want next.
Neck.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. Oh, okay.
Oh, thank you. I'll be suing that department.
That's terrible.
Bro, come on.
Oh, it's Joe Biden's home state.
Yeah, that's how Joe Biden helps the economy. That's Joe Biden helping the economy right there with his fucking frail pinkies. Dude, don't even do nothing. Just get your dumb ass out of the way. Go back in the house and play fucking 2K, you idiot.
You should be helping.
Hey, come on.
Me. You ain't doing nothing.
Dude, you bitch ass. I can't stand dudes like that. You bitch ass. Mama, look at me. I am. I'm helping with my pinkies. Oh, my belt couldn't come out of the loops fast enough.
You're getting an ass whooping.
Bitch. Dude, you being a little, I can't stand it. Mama, you fucking punk ass.
Yep.
Hey, geese are agents for the devil. Don't ever trust a goose. They are fucking wicked.
I saw that one coming.
Hi.
Oh, great.
You better not take that.
Hey, you let that gator take whatever he wants.
We're in Florida.
You know, that gator gets whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Bro, how crazy is that you could be sitting there in a picnic and a fucking 6-foot crocodile crawls out of the water, a dinosaur crawls out of the water. Well, I like a lot of things about Florida, but you can keep them fucking gators, man.
Yeah.
There's just nothing like that.
A school of Florida Gators. Like, it's like, yo, like, the Gators are synonymous to Florida.
There's no other animal like that in the fucking country. Like, where a giant lizard can climb out of the water, or amphibian, whatever the fuck you want to call it, can climb out of the water and snatch you or your dog or whoever the fuck. That's just crazy, man.
Babies. Apples in Floridian.
Nah, man, come on.
Oh, shit.
Come on, dog. You got everybody's attention. Oh, that's exactly where you belong. That was
In the
trash.
fucking trash.
That was trash.
Oh, my God.
Oh, he probably told her not to do that, too.
Yeah, you're supposed to let go.
Oh, bro, now you need a whole new left side of rib cage. Now you need a new cage, man. What the fuck were you thinking?
Oh man,
help me out. Help me help you, man.
Yeah, he's hurt, dude.
No, he's good. He's at least 2 ribs don't work anymore.
Oh no!
What the hell is that? A plane?
Oh, yeah, shit.
Oh, damn.
Gold.
Bro, you're an idiot.
Whoa. Oh.
Well, that's too bad.
What were you thinking? Come on, Idaho. Damn. So the fire truck has to call the fire truck? Rookie. Oh, dude, his whole all the skin. His knee don't got no skin on it.
Yeah.
Come on. I actually saw it was steamroller, and a guy was taking it off of the truck like that, and it tipped back and fucking smashed him. And then they moved the steamroller, and he was literally a fucking puddle with clothes on it. It was fucked up.
We'll stop it at about F5.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not gonna end well.
Oh, dude, his back exploded.
See, you can't do shit like that when you're 47. Okay, just relax.
Is that Dookie on there?
Yeah, probably will.
Oh, you dumbass. Thought it was a corn
So
dog.
this is my cat. His name is.
I love those. Are some of my favorite videos, man. When
Yeah,
people
the
do
cat.
dumb shit with their animals. Like I love that shit when like the cat. Like some girl be like, "Oh, get my cat," and the cat just goes, "Shut up,
Yeah.
idiot."
He slapped the shit out of people.
Cats be slapping the fuck out of people. Cats make pimps jealous. They're like, "Damn, how'd you do that? How'd you get that foreign cat?" Love it. Now, if that didn't do it for you, now it's time for our segment. Make me laugh.
Make
Let me
laugh.
get through this ad real quick.
Son of a bitch. Oh boy, you guys feeling patriotic today, or
I have like a patriotic heart on right now. Like, my patriotic dick is so hard right now. It's like hard
my
enough.
dick
To cut,
has
it's hard enough to cut diamonds. So much patriotism in it. Like if your patriot boner doesn't go down after 4 hours, seek medical attention. Okay.
5 types of people on the 4th of July.
Uh-oh. We know every single one of them, don't we? Here we go.
World champ. What do y'all think of this look? Does it look like I'm a proud American or that I tried to overtake it on January 6th? Excited for tonight. I'm going to put on my more patriotic outfit. Anyone else think it's coincidence that all the blue of the flags up on the Pacific Northwest of it? It's American, not American. These colors don't run, and neither can our president. Oh yeah, the kiddos there, they're at the never forget age. He's 9, she's 11. Oh no, he's SEAL Team 6. Hey, obey your founding father. Do whatever you want, kids. Free country. Sun's out, guns out. Don't be confused. I'm not letting these Pearl Harbors get destroyed by the jabs. I don't need sunscreen, Karen. Okay? There's a reason Abe Lincoln freed the sleeves.
No, I'm good. I already celebrated true independence 3 weeks ago on June 19th.
I wish they'd light capitalism on fire.
What do the wieners symbolize? F***ing the indigenous people and stealing their land? No, I don't want one. I'm vegan.
Pretty funny they're called black cats. How about the white cats are up in their palace that they stole?
No, that's great. It's great. Yeah, I can just hear Mother Nature aging by.
You know, I'm not saying that here at Stop the Fuckery Incorporated, we do not condone violence against our fellow citizens. But those kind of people I mean, that's what I want to give them. I can't stand that shit.
By the second. I mean, I hate my mom, but not Earth's mom. Gunpowder, invented and made in China, exploited by the U.S. What else is new? I just don't get the loud noises. What are we celebrating? All the PTSD from all the soldiers? Thanks, Bush. Portland fireworks are different. Y'all think today's a holiday? Not for me. I am swamped. Were those gunshots? I thought I heard a kill shot. There's a lot of places I gotta keep people updated and can play today. The Next Door app. Was that a kill shot or Roman candle? The Ring Neighbor app. Was that a Roman candle or a Southside Chicago candle? Local Facebook group. Concerned Moms group text. Was that a bottle rocket or someone exploiting their Second Amendment rights? HOA email blast. Who let someone in our gated community that's shooting shots? Was that a black cat or a Glock? Bruno Mars fan club. Jesus Christ. Local senators. Was that a Thunder King or was that the Latin Kings? The gang. Ron DeSantis. Hey kids, today's a 10 if we keep all 10. Okay? Be careful. And not that any are more important than the others, but make sure you don't lose these, especially. You know, mommy likes these when she's driving. Okay? Have fun. Hey kid, okay kids, stay back. It's very dangerous. Okay, remember, run for the hills before it kills. Here we go. I need to speak to the manager. This is giving me HOA anxiety. Kids, stay back. Kids. Woo! It's enough fun in the house. Were those gunshots? Let's celebrate this country by putting a small chunk in it. Throw it. Get rid of it.
Oh, hell yeah. That reminds me of a friend of mine. He was always doing crazy shit, like taking certain firecrackers and smashing one end of them with a hammer so it blows up and shit. Yeah, I definitely know this dude.
Oh, let's do more. Did you see those black cats, dude? Not real black cats. I'm not going to blow up real cats. Do you have some? Happy 2023.
Have some?
Hey, man, shoot me with this.
Why would I do that?
I'm going to run against it. Try to hit
That's
me.
dangerous, dude.
Try to shoot me with explosives.
I'm not going to do that. It's probably a crime.
Well, if you're not going to do it.
No.
You're not.
Yeah, we all know that guy.
What are you doing, man?
I'm doing fireworks.
Trey, what are you doing, man? Are you serious? What is that?
Oh, I need mortar. I need mortar.
Patrick, did you go pedal on the floor?
I'm scared.
I need mortar.
Motherfucker. That shit was funny. Yeah, all of those people, we all know them, but especially for me, it's especially the fucking pyro dude. I always have a buddy like that. It's always doing some stupid dudes, tie them together and throw them in a bucket of gasoline. Like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about, man?
I'm like, if you go to like Newport in California and Orange County, then you know the Patriots and the Pyros. Definitely.
Yeah. Well, you can tell that one that he threw at the end and blew up, that you can tell he's probably not California, because that would be a no-go.
Yeah, absolutely not.
California fireworks are in the LGBTQ.
Guys, it's too dangerous to have fireworks here, but it is perfectly fine to chemically castrate your children. So
yeah, you guys got to get your priorities in order. No lighting stuff off in a responsible manner around a bunch of adults, but your kid having irreversible surgery or medications, do it. I
know, like what? Why would you even ask the question?
Why are you guys being assholes? Like, do it.
You know what I
mean? That's a one word. Yeah. How do you spell that?
One word, like 3 syllables.
N-O-Y. I think it'd be N-O-Y-M-E-A-N.
Noi?
Or N-O-Y or N-O-I. Either one.
Oh, shit.
It's like Yamin.
Yeah,
Yamin. You know what I mean? Yamin. Ooh, maybe with a Y. Y-O-Y-M-E-A-N.
Yoink. Yeah, yoink. Yamin.
Yamin. No, it's even just these even less letters if you say it that way. That's like
yo.
So it's Y-O-Y-E-E-N. Yang. Dong you dong going. That's what it is. It's Chinese. Zheng yu zheng yang.
I'm dying. I'm literally dying right now. I can't. I'm literally losing my ability to speak. Right
I'm a little dying.
Oh shit! That's not my favorite thing ever.
Yeah. Actually, like, okay. Last time, I think it's Y-O-Y-E-E.
So Biden has Deadman Jeffit. We have
Yang.
Oh shit! This was 10 years ago. Holy shit! So this video,
we must be having fun because time flies.
2013. Oh yeah.
All right, here we go. Racist Captain America. Well, he's Captain America. Of course he'd be racist.
Exactly.
Where am I? Get the journal. Get the journal. It's the year 2013. And you're below New York City in a top secret military bunker. How do you feel?
Honestly, Doc, I feel like shit. Boy, can you get me a cup of Joe? I'm literally freezing my nuts off here.
What did he just say to me?
Coffee. Can you read? I'll write it down for you. It's fine.
Whoa. Come on. Times have changed. Show some respect, Captain. Come on.
Doc, I think we got a spy amongst us.
A spy?
The Jap kid.
I'm not spy.
He's Korean.
What the f does that mean? They're all the same?
What happened? He's so racist.
Well, he lived through the 1930s and 40s. I mean, it would stand to reason that it was completely acceptable back then for a white New Yorker to be absurdly racist.
Hey, Jensa, can I get a Lucky Strike, preferably unfiltered? None of that sissy shit.
You can't smoke in here. It's against the law.
Christ, the Nazis won, didn't they? What is this, the 7th?
No, actually, it's quite the opposite. In fact,
Nazi
we now even have a
won.
black president. Ah!
Don't you ever take that tone with me again, you dumb broad. It's not a funny joke.
I'm a lesbian. Don't fuck with me.
Is a lesbian. What?
It's not a joke. We do have a black president. We just reelected him.
I don't even know what this say stands for anymore.
Problem means asshole.
Oh shit!
He said, "Boy," he said, "Boy, give me a drink."
I gotta say, okay, so out of 5,
Funny.
I rate this one a 4. The last video, I rate that one a 3. So,
Okay.
yeah, in terms of we're doing out of 5. Yeah, I think this one
That
definitely
shit was
funny.
funny. He said, "Don't you ever take that tone away."
You dumb broad.
You dumb broad.
I'm a lesbian. Don't fuck with me.
What's a lesbian?
It's just too bad, man. Like they actually used to say that, but you dumb broad. We don't say that anymore. We're
Dude,
gonna bring that back.
if he has a problem with 2013, he ain't gonna make it to 2023. He's gonna
Hell
fucking
no.
pass. He's gonna pass out. He can't continue his consciousness in 2023. He'll pass the fuck. He's like, put me back under.
Yeah.
Put me back in a coma, please.
Oh shit.
Imagine that though. Imagine going into a coma in 1993 and waking up in 2023. No bullshit. If they tell you the shit that's going on now, it would be similar to that. You're just like, wait, we did what?
Yeah.
Like maybe not so racist, but he's like, wait a minute, he's 80? Yeah, man. Listen to this tape. He talks like that and he's the president? Yeah, man. Yeah, it's fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let me get you started on the alphabet soup group. He's like, oh, you mean the Campbell's alphabet soup? No, man, not anymore.
Wait, dead people voted for this guy?
Not anymore. Alphabet soup means something totally different, bro. Fuck. He's like, well, that's cool. At least we can go out after the rain and see a nice rainbow. Ooh, about the rainbow, bro.
Yeah.
That's something different too.
Yeah. I'd be like, well, I mean, maybe we could just, I don't know, go to the beach and pull up a nice little Bud Light.
Hey,
Yeah,
oh,
we don't really,
you
we don't really
can't
drink
no
Bud
more.
Light,
He's like, well, we'll go to that new store, Target, and see what they have.
You might want to go to a different store. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dong you dong, yoing.
Dong you dong.
Dong you dong, yoing. It's too much. All right, let's get
Fuck.
serious. Once in our lives. Here we go. I love this shit right here. Perfect way to end it. Fuck yeah!
Slavery, fuck yeah! Woo!
Disney World, porno,
Porno.
fake tits,
He really put him on his feet.
Liberty, R.I.P.
White slips, the Alamo, Band-Aids, Las Vegas, Christmas, immigrants, Popeyes, Democrats, Republicans, sportsmanship, books.
Yeah, just throw that in there. Dude, whoever made this shit needs an award, yo.
Genius, man.
That was hilarious. And that clip, I want to see the real clip without all that on there because that was literally done to perfection. This is like a literal eagle, like
the eagle just walking in Alaska somewhere. Yeah, there's bald eagles here in Northern California, where I live, and I've seen a few of them, man. It's crazy, but yeah, mostly like in Alaska and shit. But yeah, there was just an eagle walking along, and somebody used their great American ingenuity to fucking make that hilarious video. And it's that song is from Team America World Police, that puppet movie that the guys, the creators of Matt Stone,
South Park, right?
Yeah, the guys that made South Park, they did that movie. That's got to be at least 10 years ago by now, right?
The movie Team America?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
That was early 2000s.
Yeah, it's been a cool minute since that one came out, but it's hilarious. And yes, it's okay to laugh at America sometimes. It's the absurdity of fuck yeah, America that totally, turned up fucking far right, what the rest of the world thinks America is. There are probably people in another country watching that not laughing because they think that, yeah, that's America. We all just fucking carry automatic weapons and fuck yeah, man. And to a certain extent, we do. And that is our attitude. Fuck you guys. And anybody outside of this country who doesn't like America, fucking jealous.
Yeah, I mean, I think that goes into the spirit. It's the spirit of it. Like, we can sit there and watch that and laugh because we're just like, yeah, we know how the fuck we are on July 4th.
Yeah.
How people get together and they want to drink beers, they want to shoot shit, and they just want to enjoy the freedom that they have to be able to do it. That's why it is. It's so America. That should be the theme song, of America.
Yeah, that's totally. And that's why it's funny, because there's some truth to it. We do kind of have that attitude, and we're able to because we are, we're the lead dog. The rest of the world, they stare at our balls and asshole the whole time. Their view never changes. That's why. And I love to do that. I like to do that. I like to sometimes create content where it's kind of thumb in the eye to people who don't like us. You don't like us because you're fucking jealous. You'd give your fucking right pinky to be a citizen in America and enjoy all the freedoms that we have. But they can't, so they talk shit. And I think it's funny. Just shut the fuck up and eat your toast and fucking Navy beans.
Sauerkraut.
Yeah. Eat your fucking shepherd's pie, isn't it?
Yeah, you like a biscuit. Is that what the fuck are biscuits? Is it cookies? Cookies are biscuits.
Yeah, cookies are biscuits. Fries are chips. No, they're not. Chips come in a bag, you limey. Fries are fries and chips are chips. Damn it. My bad, GION. Go ahead. I didn't know you were about to say something.
No, I wasn't.
Thought you were going to be a real fucking knob cheese.
Yeah.
But thank you, Norcephius. Thank you for the 5, man. I appreciate it. He says, hey, at J Reason, keeping sports good. He sure does, man. But Jericho, please get your arse back to Terrence Pops. Hey, T-Pop. Terrence Pop, what a good guy. A great, we were talking earlier about the Medal of Honor, and I don't know that he's achieved one, but definitely war hero, a man who's been in combat, I believe, the Army. I was on his show, man, it must have been a year ago by now. But a great dude, Terrence Pop. Check him out. If you like me, you'll love him. That dude just gives it to you raw. Great dude though, funny as hell, smart, well traveled. Like I said, military man, Army for years. Great dude.
Speaking of giving it to you raw.
Give it to you so fucking raw.
Okay. Hi, America. I'll get it to you raw any day of the week. Yes, I will.
Hey, it's all America. No rubbers over here, America. You get it raw. That's right, Creole lady. Being American's a vibe. Ooh. If you don't like America, you're a jealous fucking hater. Ooh. I agree.
It's a vibe.
It is a vibe. You know where that came from? That came from Macy Gray, where she said that being a woman is more than just how you feel. You know, it's going through your period and your hormones of being a woman and all the experiences. And then they jumped on her ass. And so she came out shortly after and said, well, you know, being a woman is just a vibe. You know, it's just like whatever you feel, like that's what you are. Like, shut up.
I've never felt a vibe of being a woman. Want to know why?
Nope.
I'm not one. So there's that. But no, but you can be whatever you want to be. You know what I mean?
No. Nor do I have a desire to be one.
Exactly. Who the fuck wants to bleed for a whole week? You know what I mean? Just internally and then also externally.
Hey, you know what they say, man? If something bleeds for a week and don't die, don't trust that fucking thing, man.
You know, it might be a possum, might be a platypus, but it's dead.
Don't trust it. Yeah, man, I wouldn't want that. And I don't think a woman would want to be a man either. They like being women, just like we like being men.
Yeah. Like I'm joking, like about the bleeding shit. But no, but real stuff. Women are fucking strong, you know, to have to deal with all that stuff. And the thing is, only a woman can deal with that. The same way that men, you know, when it comes to logic, instead of leading with emotion, that's how we are. We can deal with things logically.
Yep. We have our place, we have our position, we have our roles to play, and that's how America, or that's how society moves along harmoniously.
Look, I didn't choose this life. This life chose me.
Yeah, and women, Sergeant Mode, what's up? Women are tough because they got to fuck dudes, and that's not something I'm willing to do. So, thank you, lady.
Yeah.
Thank you for taking one for the team, huh? Okay, last chance to get your vote in.
Yeah.
Post this poll one more time because we're going to check those votes and see who won.
This vote is a vibe.
It's a vibe. It's how you feel. Ooh.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Who?
Var it is. Get that poll. Get that poll. Put that poll in your hole. Just kidding.
He's not kidding. He's serious.
No, I'm not.
Shelly Shell says, is there mail-in voting?
No.
If there was, then somehow, some way, Biden would probably win this poll too.
Yeah, even though he's not even in it.
Yeah.
Fucking imagine.
I don't like men's no more.
I don't like men's no more. Women. You do still like men.
Oh, he loves men. See, if he would have changed his whole, the way he talks and everything, he still sounds so feminine. It's ridiculous.
There we go. I've cast my vote.
I did too.
I've casted my vote.
Just threw it out there. We're creating words like Joe Biden, but
Yeah,
we're
we can do it.
creating words now. In the meantime, we'll give you guys about 2 more minutes to finish up voting.
2 more, and that's it.
That's it. That's all you get. And then the polls are closing. The last, the Team America national anthem song, I give a 5 out of 5 though for me.
Yeah, you can't top that shit, man. You can't top that shit. That was so funny. America. And those,
yeah.
And you know, everybody, we kind of get hung up on the America, fuck yeah. But the rest of it is coming again to save the motherfucking day.
Yeah.
Suck my butt and lick on my balls. What the fuck? Coming again to save the motherfucking day. That's just too funny. Love South Park. Definitely more of a South Park guy, not Family Guy. Family Guy's cool, but if I had a choice, it's definitely South Park Marathon for me. Diesel, keeping it real, representing Southern California and the Raider Nation, fucker. I have a rough day after eating Chipotle. I couldn't imagine shoving a sausage up my keister. It's going to lead to some problems down the road. Yeah, man. If you're, if you stab the poo, that could be a problem. Which is another reason why I just don't. We'll stick with the ladies. They got the nice clam.
Yeah, but I mean, also, since, we're dealing with science here, trust the science. It's literally designed for that. Not the back is an exit, not an entry. So
that's right.
Yeah.
Let me stay away from that turd cutter, man.
What are you over here cutting turds? I'll tell you what. Shoot.
Yeah, the front's way better. I'm much more of a fan of that.
Some go some go Oh shit. Okay. All right. So let's go over the results of today's Fuckery 5
Hold on.
from the zip hole.
Hold on. When I used to work at Trader Joe's, I would come up with these crazy ass questions to just ask crew members, sometimes the customers too, but not the dirty ones. But like I asked all of my female coworkers, would you date a man 3 inches shorter than you? And you might as well have asked them, would you date a man with a hand growing out of his forehead? I swear to you, most of their response was, ew, no. Like, forget his person. And I told him, I said, other than his height, he's the perfect man. He's this weird fantasy that some women have. Like, I want a bad boy, but I also want him to volunteer at the homeless shelter on the weekend. Like this dude that doesn't fucking exist. But this guy's perfect. He has the looks. He has, he's into all the right shit. And he's the perfect man. But his only flaw is that he's 3 inches shorter than you. And they were like, ew, fuck no. Gross. I was like, damn. So then I go and ask the fellas, she's a perfect woman. Her only flaw is she's 3 inches taller than you. And the men were like, that's her only flaw? Yeah, I'll take her. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if she's 6 inches taller than me. The dudes were totally different. But one of the questions I asked the women, I said, same scenario, perfect guy, looks and everything. He even has the dick root, those things in the hips, the cum gutters. He has all that, right? Whatever you think, the tats, whatever you're into, he's your man. He's the perfect guy. His only flaw is when he climaxes, when he comes, he goes, ah, ah, woo, ah, and he makes really loud noises. And it was probably like 50-50. Half the women were like, yeah, I'll cover his mouth or something. But other ones were like, nah, I can't fuck with that. And then one of the other ones I asked him was, same thing, perfect guy, but once a month he pees the bed. And it's not on the same day. It could be any day in the month. But once a month he pees in the bed. Would you still date him? And they were like, nah. Most of them were like, nah, I can't fuck. I can't get past that. But I asked the guys the same question, and they were like, I don't give a fuck. We'll get, plastic sheets. Like, we were just like, I don't give a fuck. She can make all the noise she wants when she comes. Mm-hmm. But the women were a little more picky, so I thought that was very interesting.
That's funny. That makes sense, though. Like, I don't think men care about the shit that females don't think we should care about. It's just like, I don't give a fuck about that. And they're just like, why don't you care? Care more. It's like, I just don't care about that.
Dude, and I'm telling you, man, the women were revolted by the thought of a short man. They were just like, ew, no. I'm like, but no, gross. And because they're not very tall to begin with. So a lot of them, 5 foot something or whatever. And they were just like, ew. Like he had a third head. I was like, fuck, ladies. And every single dude was like, I don't give a fuck. Perfect woman, she could be 7 feet tall. Let's go.
Raquita Johnson said pee is a deal breaker, not the urine.
Raquita, he's the perfect man. He just has some water retention issues when he's sleeping. Cut him some slack.
Raquita said, she said, God did not send me a Peabody.
So what?
He is not the man for me.
So what if once a month you got to get up in the middle of the night and change the sheets? The other 29 days, hey, that's your boy. But no, the ladies weren't having it, man. So if you're 3 inches shorter than them fellas, start leaning on that palm.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, I am 6 foot, so I don't have any short issues there.
No. But if you did, you're busted, man. You just can't date any women that are 6'3". Well, they wouldn't have you anyway, right?
Yeah. Be like, oh, you're too short for me, bitch. Like, I'm 6 foot.
Yeah, look at you. Fucking
You're tiny.
Amazon, yeah. Okay.
Wonder Woman.
Here we go. Poll results. You guys ready? Drum roll, please.
We'll start from the least to most, obviously.
Yeah. Nope, not that one. Wrong button.
Wow. I think this might be the first time we had one that got 0 votes.
No way. They wouldn't do that to us.
Yeah, they would do it to us. Biden voters would.
They would. They'll do anything. Those motherfuckers will do anything.
Oh, shit. How did Biden win this poll? What happened?
He's not even on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like the Fidelity bill, that was number 5. They got the least amount of votes. Understood. Not too.
No,
too hard.
this day in history, that didn't get any votes.
Oh yeah, that didn't get any. So I guess that would be, I guess number 5. Yeah, that didn't get any. Fidelity bill, that was in number 4. Enos Freedom Proposal, which I loved. That was number 3. American Flag Must Fly was number 2, and I love that one too. Who wouldn't like a neighborhood that is extremely safe with like-minded people and good neighbors?
Mm-hmm.
That just sounds like a win for me, no matter the color of the container that you come in. But number 1 by a lot was amputee, thanks God and country. That's the one I voted for as well. What a great story, and it's his attitude, man. It's not even that organization is helping him, or it's not that he came home and he's not in a wheelchair anymore. It was his fucking attitude. I laughed like 3 times in that story, and on his face, on paper, it's not a funny story, but just him like, hey, did I lose my dick? Okay, we got it, good. How am I going to play video games? And just having a great fucking attitude, and as I mentioned before, taking some of the intensity, I guess, of the situation, the blood and the guts and all that out of it, by having that attitude and making his soldiers feel at ease. I think that was the thing I like most about that story, to be so selfless in that moment. You got meat hanging off of your fucking body. Stuff is not there that was 30 seconds ago, and you're joking. And that's what really stuck out to me, that in that moment, all he was concerned with was making it easier on his soldiers. And that's fucking awesome. And it's really good to hear that he's being helped with getting some kind of help in reestablishing himself in the workforce and getting back to some sense of normalcy. So,
yeah, I voted for that one too. To me, it was a no-brainer in terms of which was the most positive. I mean, we had quite a few positive. I loved Enos Freedom's, what he did there. The Fidelity bill was also pretty good. This day in history, I think they didn't get any votes, but I think that's great too, because the Medal of Honor, like, yes, we should be honoring what these people have done, some of them went through, alive or dead, with something prestigious that they can carry with them forever. Mm-hmm. And then the American flag must fly. Like I said before, I feel like that should be something that should be done almost everywhere, in the sense of community. But yeah, with this story, it just exuded positivity with this man's attitude and spirit. And I think that's what we should have for each other and for our families, for this country. So I thought that was definitely the most positive. And this is also the first time so far that me and you voted for the same story. So one thing that we were going to do was when that does happen is, I know, twins, right? We'll put out some merch for someone. I don't know if you wanted to do it for free, do a discount or something, but when we did agree on a story and it got the most votes, that was what we were going to do. So if you wanted to, Jericho, you can pick someone of your liking, could be a member or whatever.
I do got some moich here in my studio that I'll send to somebody. But before I do that, I saw this comment here and I put it up here, and it's for Deborah. She says, "Sheesh, my husband passed away 8 years ago and I haven't dated. First of all, sorry for your loss. That's unimaginable. But I know somebody in my family, very close to me, who lost somebody. Golly, it's got to be 13 years ago now, and they haven't so much as dated, no nothing, and that's what she wants. That's how she likes it, and that's cool. And if that's how you want it to be, Deborah, great. Whatever makes you happy. But what I do want to say is, if this is the way you like it, but if it ever comes to a point where you do want to date and you do want to open your heart up again to somebody, it's all right. You deserve it. You know, I'm sure. I mean, of course, knowing nothing about your husband, assuming he was a good guy, that's what he would want for you. He would want you to find happiness again. He wouldn't want you to be, stuck on his memory, so to speak. But if it ever comes to that, just know that you do deserve love and you deserve to move on, and it's okay. That's all I wanted to say. Creole lady, she says, I want my green card. I had an idea a while back to get green cards made, being that I'm Jericho Green. Almost have to. But I still can't find anybody to fucking do laminated cards, because it has to be laminated. I can't send like a paper card piece of shit.
Yeah.
You'd have to like laminate it yourself so it don't fall apart. So I'm still working on that, Creole lady. Thank you for bringing that up. But
if illegals can get IDs, then your audience can get green cards.
Yeah.
So
okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to, because this is really the only fair way to do it. I'm gonna scroll without looking, and then I'm just gonna pick somebody randomly to send some merch to. So when I pick your name, shoot me an email. I'll put it in the comments. Jericho Green 2018 at Gmail. And speaking of 2018, last month it was 5 years since I started my YouTube channel. Thanks to Max Kellerman, who is now fired from ESPN. So there's
I don't
my
know
email right there.
No, but Max Kellerman used to rap or be in a rap group or something with his brother or something like that.
He did. And
if you already didn't think the man was corny, now you have something to look up on YouTube and cringe at.
It is very bad. I think it's from like 94 or something like that. Terrible. Big West, thank you, man. Appreciate you being here. Don't let this be your last time here. All right, here we go. I'm scrolling. Keep scrolling.
You feeling lucky, punk?
Well, do you? Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Pick them right there. So whatever comment I click on, I'm not looking, but I'm about to click on a comment. Whoever's comment that is, you've won a prize. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Booyakasha. Creole lady. And it's a comment that says, hell yeah.
She wants her green card.
Come on, the planets have aligned. So Creole lady, shoot me an email right now, Jericho Green 2018 at gmail.com. Let me know your mailing address and I will get that merch in the mail to you quick, fast, in a damn hurry. And this is for you, Miss Creole lady. Thank you, Aberimash. Congratulations. And people, if you want to be like Miss Creole lady and get some cool shit sent to you, stick around. Next time GION and I agree on something and it wins, we cast the same vote and it wins, we'll pick another. I really appreciate it, you guys. Thank you guys for being here up in this bitch. America 1776, what up? Good to see you in here. Everybody, thank you for sticking around. It's been coming up on 3 hours. Still got 100 people in here. I think we're doing something right, GION. I think we're doing something right. Wait, why can I not hear anything? Why are you laughing, GION? I can't hear you. Oh, not now. Damn it. At the end. Come on, GION. Nope. Damn it. It's muted right now. Now? Nope. It's fucked up, Gian. Wait, I thought I heard you for a second. Maybe turn something up there, a volume, something you could hit. All right, he's coming. He's leaving and coming back. Yeah, of course it's Russian interference. Damn it, they don't miss anything. The Russians don't miss anything. They interfere with anything they can, even my damn live stream. You guys can hear me though, right? Thumbs up if you hear me, because I think I can hear me. Rick Week says, put some more coins in, man. You got to put some more coins in the slot. You got to put some more coins in the payphone if you want to continue this call. Huh? I just dated myself. If you old enough to know what that means, you old. And everybody else, I know Big West, Deborah, they were both here for the first time. Anybody else who was here for the first time, thank you. All you guys who have been here a bunch of times, thank you. All you who were gone for a minute and you're back now, thank you. Appreciate it. Gian, let's try this again, brother.
Can you hear me?
Hey, there you are. There you are.
I don't know why it was.
You're so loud and clear right now.
Yeah, you sound blacker than you did before. This is crazy. You have such a black voice, honestly.
Okay. You sound so black right now, like Steve Burgess.
Like I never knew this before, but you have a black voice.
So my son told me that the other day. He's like, "Dad, you're black."
Like,
yeah, I know. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for that evaluation.
Thanks, brah. Thanks, Captain Obvious. And that's why I didn't feed him dinner that night.
Yeah, you're like, you don't eat today. I'm sorry.
And put your hand up. Raise your hand if you're not eating tonight.
But Paul, may I have some more, Paul?
Father.
Yeah.
Father,
may I have some more porridge? No, not the porridge.
Father, can I have some more porridge, please? No, you can't.
Please.
You little junior limey. All right, Gian, let the people know what you got going on and what they need to be looking out for when it comes to the world of Gian.
Yes. The 27th. The 27th is going to be our next episode of Stop the Fuckery. There will be fuckery on that one. I already have an idea what the next episode is. And we also need to definitely bring back another guest. So we will do that for the next one.
Yes, we shall.
Yeah. Yes. And as for me personally, I am going to, I don't know. I'll put it like this. I don't think I'm doing any more lives on Instagram. If we do, we'll probably like shoot the shit or something for a minute, but it's not going to be how it was before themed. So, but you can still follow me on Instagram at Gion Mosley, GION MOSLEY on there. And I put up a lot of promotional stuff for example, this show, my Instagram, my locals and the stuff that I have going on there. Basically anything revolving what I'm doing, Instagram promotes all of that stuff. My locals is what everybody needs to look out for, because that is where I'm going to be diving into everything I cannot talk about on YouTube. Why can't you talk about it on YouTube, Gian? Because communists run it. So that's why. And they like censoring people. So locals, my locals is getting set up, and that's going to be where you can find all of that stuff on, where I'm dropping all the facts, information, and everything in there, so that it's undeniable about what is actually going on. My YouTube, all that stuff is down in the bottom in the description. My facts only is not down in the description, but I will put that in the chat so people can follow that, because facts only is that's a really good one. I feel like that one is going to people are going to like the whole theme of that. So let me go ahead and put that in there while I got time, because today I got time.
Oh, I got time today. I got time today, cuz that dude died. He ended up getting killed.
Yeah, which is unfortunate, but
a gangbanger gets killed.
Yeah. No fucking way.
No, you don't fucking you kill you a gang member, you live forever. Nope.
If you fought and bang your set, you probably live forever, mate. You know what I mean?
If you do it right.
Do it right and bang your shit. You probably live forever.
Respect. All right. Cool. So it's in there. All right, you got it on the page. Cool.
Yes,
yeah, people. Let's see. Tomorrow's Friday, so I'll be right here on YouTube doing my live stream. What's up, Tammy? Heather, what's going on, folks? Let's see who else.
Yeah, I forgot about it.
Brett,
I can't because I have merch, like stuff that's set up, but I can't actually implement any of that until I get my subscribers up. I had forgot about that. So once that happens, then I'll be doing the same as Jericho and be offering up merch and stuff for everybody as well. And I have some pretty dope designs, so I'm excited about that.
Gion is a whiz with the tech. I saw him do to drop. What would you call that? A video, I guess, whatever you created, the one I asked you to make for me. So
yeah,
I saw him drop one. Yeah, the Instagram stories. I was like, oh man, can you do one for me? Because that shit is hot fire. So Gion's gonna have some great shit. Gion is on Locals, Tammy. And yeah, tomorrow I'll be right here, live stream 1:05 p.m. as we do every Friday. So make sure you guys are ready for that shit. It's gonna be crazy. A lot of wild shit happening this week, and we are gonna come together and converse about such. So let's. Yeah, people, thank you for being here. Appreciate your time and shit. And it was a good one. It was a damn good one. So we got Huey. Number 10. It's a damn good show. Yeah. So it'll be episode 11 in 2 weeks. Make sure you are right here. Don't miss the fuckery, because if you miss the fuckery, you can't stop it. All right, and that's what we're here to do, is to stop the fuckery. Thank you very much for being here. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the greatest outro on YouTube. Peace.
Yeah.